with that, I feel like I want to start more with a very unique way because I know most people probably have never heard of this, and I keep thinking in my head, a lot of this, anyone who's watching this is probably asking themselves, what the heck is Slugblaster? It is basically take Blades in the Dark, simplify the rules a little bit, throw in a little Tony Hawk Pro Skater, throw in a little Adventure Time, throw in interdimensional Spider-Verse travel, and teenage suburban angst, and you get literally a game about what it's like being a teenager growing up in a normal suburban town, except you can hop dimensions and use Slug Blast, which is an action sport, which I'm just going to read directly what Mikey Ham, the writer, wrote on his PDF for what this is. Slug blasting is first and foremost an action sport, the meta-dimensional mutant love child of skateboarding, motocross, free running, urban adventuring, and anything else where you go fast and get hurt a lot. So with that, I figure I'd start off by asking a main question that I know we decided in our Discord chat, but I want everyone watching to know. Obviously, this is a crew that has been together for a while. You're not just a starting crew. We've decided that, no, you deserve to be a crew who's got a little street cred. What's the name of your crew? So everyone watching knows. And you have it in Discord.
Yeah. Amanda, you go.
I was going to say, you take it away because you thought of it.
It was a group effort, but we are. Oh, and I'll post our logo in High Shelf Campaigns because I could not stop myself. We're too fast, too fakey. Come on, with 8s, too fast, 2 fakey F8.
I'll put it in chat. Too fast, too. Oh, I didn't do the 8s.
Which all I can now think about is obviously that movie universe about cars, but that's a different property entirely. Our story with this wonderful group called with this wonderful crew of Too Fast, Too Fakey takes place in the wonderfully normal town of Hillview. Think about pretty much any normal sort of suburban town just in the middle of nowhere. You maybe are lucky if you have a mall 2 or 3 towns over. It's the type of town that maybe has a downtown, but really it doesn't. You have one good fast food place, which we will get into that in a little bit. And then you have obviously the thing that ties the 4 of you together because you're all high schoolers. You obviously have school, which is where you probably all met. And probably that's where you first realize, like, oh, hey, I like doing this wacky thing. Let's have fun with it and see where it goes. And we're just going to kind of jump right into this. We're going to start off at your hangout, which jokingly, there's an entire table you can roll on to figure out what that is. And I love that the 4 of you decided that the place you want to hang out at is a place called Burger Man, which just, I'm all for that. It's not the best. Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. I have to interrupt for 2 seconds. For everybody, if y'all want some vibes music-wise while we're doing this, Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtracks 1 through 4 is on one playlist on YouTube. Just saying. Yeah, go on.
The one I have playing right now is, if you know the video game Ollie Ollie World, great lo-fi beats as well. Or Jet Set Radio, which, to be honest, 2 games that maybe influenced the story. All of you start off at Burger Man. Burger Man, in my opinion, because this is a very sort of bland, normal town, as the book describes it, Burger Man's just, it's fine. It's no Burger King or McDonald's. It's not even your favorite fast food outside of that. It's just like, it gets you by. It's fine. Milkshakes are okay. Burgers are okay. You see a lot of older people just kind of sitting there, maybe even having coffee, just catching up on the news. And the 4 of you are just kind of sitting there trying to figure out what to do, because as kids, that's always the big thing, is what do you do, especially on a Friday once you're out of school. And I'm going to say that during the school day, you probably heard a lot of people eavesdrop. Like, you just took a second to eavesdrop as you're going through the hallways, or just hearing what people are talking about. You kept hearing about, for some reason, there is some kind of party going on at the local skate park, or in this world, hoverboard park. And you don't know why it's a party there, but you keep hearing there's something more than just a party that's going to happen. And I'm going to say, if you want to take it away from there, you can discuss, or I can easily just drop you right into that.
Okay, what matters to me, though, is who's hosting the party. Like,
that's the part that makes you a little hesitant about going, because we also decided you have a rival crew or faction that you just decided, like, no, we just want to have people to compete against, and we just don't. Either you like them, or it's like good old frenemies. anything is possible, especially with the flirt fun. I'm going to say the one who put out the invite, and it's why you're all probably having this moment to discuss if you go or not, it is very much the rival crew that you seem to have beef with. They are jokingly called Combo Breaker.
Combo Breaker.
Their hangout
exactly
is
like
arcade. Whoa, man,
Oh, yeah.
words. This is part of my character now. Don't know words. Yeah, their hangout is the arcade.
Yeah, 100%. It is written down as such. And you know, based off that, they're the ones putting this together, and all anyone knows is there's something more going on other than just skating at the park and people hanging out. But nothing else has been said yet.
All right, crew.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but if they're putting on some kind of thing, I want to be there. I want to see what they're up to.
I mean, I guess we can go.
No, I guess. Either we go or we don't go. It's like that green guy with the ears said. Go or don't go. There is no in between.
The green guy with the ears. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know anything about this. I'm not a nerd. I don't do this nerd sci-fi stuff. But that guy said it. I remember that.
Do any of us look particularly nerdy to you?
Well,
I mean,
Wait, hold on. What are we talking about?
the green guy with the ears from the movie with the
Start a party?
Laser swords.
Oh.
Swords guy. That one, right?
Yeah.
Laser.
But
Red
he's not-
shirt. Dead.
Oh,
figure it out.
Other franchise.
Fuck. Okay.
he's not throwing the party though. It's not the green guy with the ears.
no, he just said the thing about going to parties.
Yeah, he just said we should go to them. Apparently.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? Like,
On that note, you have, as you're discussing this, a waitress just comes up. It's like, you guys gonna order something? As much as I don't mind you hanging out here, I mean, you gotta at least order something.
I already put in my order with Seth.
All right. The others, well, let's like just do normal, like a nice energy drink, basically, a nice soda.
Yeah, I got
that
a
kind of
soda.
order. I do want a soda. Yeah.
Got it.
Seth is who I meet
Soda.
at the back and get my drugs from.
I'll
She's
get a
just
soda
looking
with
like,
extra
I did
caffeine.
not hear you say that. I'm just gonna ignore that. But to the others,
Oh no, that was to the meta world narration. I'm not that stupid to out him to his like coworker for selling
I know,
drugs
just saying
at the
anyways.
store.
She just looks at the phone like, I'll just get you all a drink. Don't worry about it. I have an idea. You've been here before. You're fine. Just make sure to.
Just the usual.
Yeah.
It's-
She
with
goes
the
off.
lid. We gotta have the lid this time. I made a mistake last time. Will not happen again.
When in doubt, lids, and walks away. Yeah, and I'm going to say you probably still debate the pros and cons of going, because again, you have. I'm going to ask this to the four of you. Do you like this this rival group? Is it more like frenemies, where it's a friendly sort of rivalry, or is it more just we don't like them?
I can't speak for the rest of you, but I hate the combo breakers. I hate them, especially that real snivelly guy. You know, the one who's tall and he's got all those muscles and the hair that drapes into his eyes. What's his name? Raven Darkshire? What kind of name is that? Get a regular name. That's not cool. Hate that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Hate him.
Yeah,
I'm going to say, because you just said it like that, he's the one who's the main name you've heard putting out, like, oh yeah, this is who's running the party, who set it up, man. Like, everyone's going to be there, like, everyone.
Wait, and we weren't invited? Oh, we have to crash.
It's one of those things you've been hearing reverberate through the halls of the school all day. So it's kind of like, not really like a main invite's been going on, it's just more like everyone knows something's going on, so they're all just going to convene.
What time is this party?
I'm going to say at this point, because it's fresh out of school, it's probably, considering I'm going to say it's late fall time because it makes it easier to do this. It probably starts at like evening hours, like 6.
And it's
That's a
all
regular
know,
time
but-
for a high school party to start, right?
Yeah, probably. If not, it's been a while for me. Don't worry about it. You can even see people going by Good Burger Place, just skating along, going over there.
Oh, it's like now. Like now is 6.
Could be now. Or people are gathering early. Who knows?
Are we like the fashionably late kind, or the get there earlier and establish that we're fucking cooler than them kind of people?
Get there early.
Let's go.
Let's
Already staying
go.
out. Trip's ready. Like, I will fucking do this.
You have like
You know
energy
what?
drinks and like a side belt
Yeah,
ready to
like a
go.
band.
Yeah, and you
Bandolier.
grab your sodas, which thankfully come with a lid, and your server's is like, I made sure to put the lid on for this reason. And then you just all
Just
you all
down it
get
in
out
one
there.
drink. Let's
You
do
know what?
this.
Because I just want to do this because my brain kicked in and I can't say no to this. I think I want a first roll to be, can you all roll your d6? And depending on what you get, that will tell us how you present yourself when you arrive. If you get a 6, you arrive being the coolest person to arrive. If it's a 4 to 5, it's like, okay, I'm fine. 1 to 3, you're going to tell me how you spectacularly arrive, and it's not the way you intended in terms of presentation.
Love this. Remind me. This game doesn't have any sort of attributes, right? They took that out.
Nope, just
All right, perfect.
action roll
Love
of
that.
d6. Very simple. 5. Okay.
3.
3. And
I got a 6.
okay, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna remember character names. We're gonna go with Cleo first. Tell us how you arrive in the coolest way to the skate park.
For sure. So, Cleo definitely has this, like, I would say, like, this mixture of, like, this pastel punk with, like, Amy Winehouse hair, just, like, kind of glides in her wheelchair. And, like, I think, like, if it's over at the skate park, there's the shoddy ramp that's just, like, a little sus, that you kind of like have to time at the right time because there's a lip at the bottom. And if you fail spectacularly. But if you hit it at just the right angle, you get a little bit of air time and can like spin your wheels out, and like it looks really, really cool. So I think that she's just gonna like take the chance this time, and goes down it. The wheels kind of start jittering as like the wheelchair speed hits a certain point, and she's able to like hit the jump just at the right time to be able to do the cool trick.
I'm gonna say with that, and I will keep tabs of it on my end, keep tabs of it on your end as well. Add a style point. I think that was cool.
So while we're giving away style points, point to Katrina for getting us to 1,000, y'all. Thank you, everybody who is donating and helping. We've got now a re-roll for each player, plus a free D6 for an action roll. So we are already getting some boons going, baby.
I'm keeping tabs of this as best I can, guys. For Cleo, you have a style point. We will get into that later, but basically for those watching, style points and trouble points, which we'll also get into later. When we reach the end of it, you can spend that on whatever story beat you want to end on later in the night, because I think that's fun. As for
this playlist,
for Trip, you got a 5.
Yeah.
How do you just arrive normal?
Yeah.
Like it's not cool, but you just arrive.
Yeah, I mean, everything I do is cool. What are you talking about? Because the song is playing in my ear, Superman by Goldfinger is blasting over the speaker, but the speaker is my giant robotic dog that I am just like rolling. Like he has roller skates, and I'm on my skateboard just kind of like holding on because it's a Great Dane. It's as big as I am. And we've just kind of got my like head, like kind of my arm kind of like wrapped around his like neck, like lovingly as he's just pulling me along. And I'm just like, another energy
What's the
drink.
Great Dane's name?
Oh, I didn't think of that. Doobie.
I'm so happy right now. Doobie, got it. Doobie, written down. Great Dane. That's amazing.
There
and
is
when you
just,
do
like,
arrive,
like there is too a moment because the music's going. I'm like writing in. I make my own like entrance in the way of just releasing so much smoke as I've probably been holding my breath, inhaling for a very long time. I don't know how much more detail I can get into it on Twitch, but just imagine the type of person Trip is now with a dog named Doobie. They're named Trip.
And when you do that, you have a bunch of people just come up to you. It's like, hell yeah, with this photo. And then they're like, oh, the great day. And they're all like, Doobie! And the dog just barks the loudest. God darn it.
It's just like
possible.
super robotic. Ruff.
Yeah, it's like woof, but it's loud. It's much louder than it should be. And you're just like, no, I don't want to fix that. It sounds just perfect.
It's great,
as
man.
for Hawthorne and McMax, which is going to be my favorite thing to say out loud every time I have to say it, McMax, how does your arrival and presentation of it not go as planned? Like, you try to arrive cool, but it doesn't work that way.
I arrive and I see Cleo take that lip and just really nail that trick. And I think to myself, you know what? I don't think anyone's ever done that on a BMX before. And I'm on a BMX. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same kind of trick, but on a BMX, which is bigger and bulkier and probably kind of cooler, depending on who you ask. This isn't a competition between us crewmates. This is a competition between us as a crew and the rest of the world. So I go down the ramp and I hit the lip and I immediately go over the handlebars, land right on my face, like scratch up my, I have good gear on. You got to go safety first, even when you're a cool person, especially when you're a cool person, it's safety first. So I have, my helmet and I've got my gear on to protect my wrist so when I fall, it doesn't hurt me so bad. But I go skidding and I land right at the feet of Raven Devonshire, who like brushes back his long dark bangs and looks down at me with his big brown eyes and says, "Nice try."
And he just gives you that, like, yeah, he does exactly that and just walks off, and someone gives him a high five for his response, and it grates at the back of your mind.
I'm never going to live this down.
Hawthorne, how about you?
I am wearing all new gear because part of the combo break crew is Adelaide, who we don't like combo break as a whole, but Hawthorne has a huge crush on Adelaide. Everyone knows this because Hawthorne's not great at hiding their emotions. And so I am wearing the tightest skinny jeans that I could find, and they've got all of these really cool chains and things hanging from them, but they're not in places that I'm used to because these are not my jeans that I normally wear. And I go and try to just I'm just dropping my board to just skate in at the entrance, and I do the classic, the belt loop gets caught on the doorknob or I'm like on a handlebar as I'm walking by, and it yanks me, and I am maybe 100 pounds soaking wet. So I just bend over the railing and fall, and I'm kind of hanging there awkwardly trying to get off of the railing. But I am very, very hopeful that the attention is off of McMax because I don't want McMax to feel bad about their entrance. So
the attention is off McMax. The only thing is Adelaide, you said, they see it. They see you just have that moment. They mildly chuckle, but not in a bad way. It's kind of I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad laugh. It's just more, you can see their face gets a little bit red as they chuckle, and then they turn back around talking to someone.
I sigh very loudly, and it is like my entire body weight is now hanging from this one belt loop on the railing as I am just slumping there waiting to be helped.
Doobie will just come over and just like pick you up, like mouth on the belt, drop down.
Thanks, Doobie.
Oh, rough.
Robotic rough. It's my favorite thing now. Just rough. Again, at the skate park, it's just it's a combination of people you know, maybe people you don't know well from school. And again, for those watching and also for my players for context, it's not really skateboards. It's more like we have hoverboards, we have hover chairs, hover bikes. There's people on not hover blades. Basically hover blades. If you all want to take a second to describe what your gear is on that, by all means, I would love to have that described for me and for those watching. I think that'd be fun. Starting with, because I'm going to pick Hawthorne.
As I said, Hawthorne is like classic emo kid fare. Absolutely has fingerless gloves. Hawthorns are just like fishnet. Mine are compression gloves because my body hates me. So, I am the older version of Hawthorne. So the board is just a classic street board, all black, except on the bottom it's got like this wild sticker collage on it. The biggest one being something that says "Protect Trans Kids." There is a Mothman. There's a capybara on there. There's probably a couple of mushrooms. So very just like the kid who was like, this is mine, and I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that it's mine. So it is absolutely hideous, and it's messy, and it's perfect. And there's a little bit of a purplish glow at the points where it actually hovers itself off the ground.
Nick Max, tell us about your look and what your board looks like, or bike. Sorry, what your bike looks like.
So my BMX is neon green. It's got black flames painted on it, hand painted, of course. It has bright pink streamers. My outfit is also neon green. I'm wearing a neon green tank top with a neon pink vest over top that has a bunch of different patches. My jeans are extra wide leg Jinko jeans that are purple. Somehow they don't get caught up in my bike chain. I don't know how I do it. I'm just that good. And yeah, I think that's it. Did you need an entrance example? Or
just wanted to know what your appearance was as well as your gear. I will say that's the first time hearing Jinko jeans in a game I've run. That's amazing.
What? I literally just wrote a thing about murder Jinko jeans that do murders in it for a different thing. So I gotta send you that. Anyway, I have my my BMX. I've got some standard slug blasting tools, but I think the thing that is really noticeable is I have a ray gun and I have it on a belt on my Jinkos. My ray gun is also neon green. It looks like an old school Nerf like water gun, the ones that you pump, and it's also got pink streamers.
Which, as a 90s child, that speaks to me so much, that water gun. Also, to jump back to Hawthorne, describe your ray gun, because also, again, this is a strange game.
My ray gun is actually my gloves. And the gloves themselves I stole from my twin sister. She doesn't know, but I did steal them from her. And I have fitted them with sort of additions on top that allow me to... I am not a sci-fi nerd, so I had to look up the verbiage for this. So they're DIY'd and held together by duct tape, and they're particle gloves, so I can shoot particles from my hands when I punch. I had to look up what all of those words mean, but I liked the way that it sounded when I Googled everything, so that's what we're working with.
And like all things in life, duct tape holds the world together. Trip, describe your appearance and both your board and your ray gun.
Yeah. So Trip is like pretty lanky, taller. I mean, probably like tallest-ish of the group, but remember the dog is just as big. Very tall dog. And is in very much like, definitely not like Jinko jeans wide, but like very wide leg cargo pants that are like these just like bright ass like neon camo, like just the blotchy camo print of like pinks, yellow, oranges. The top is very similar, but we'll have usually some sort of like jersey over. We'll go with the hockey vibe today, since that's what I have in real life. Some sort of like over, probably like, let's go the Ducks. This was the time in our real world that we're taking our thing off of. The Mighty Ducks was badass, so she's got a Ducks jersey on. Has like same, just super bright ass colored beanie. Her hair fully has like, you know, probably because she doesn't want y'all to know, but like her parents are super fucking lame. They're just like basic suburban white men, like people, you know. So she's probably got like the chalk hair color in, so she can like wipe it off real quick before she goes home, you know. So there's like really poorly dyed hair in various areas. Her board itself is a little more longboard style because that's just like, you know, a little more chill. She's just about having fun. It is like the top and like the edge of it are all just like this pristine, like matte black, looks beautiful. But then the base plate of it is like, you know, those. You see them in like that 70s show and like any stoner lair ever of like the holographic alien like posters within like the mushrooms and like the wild peace signs and shit. That is like all holographic kind of tape under it. The wheels also bright pink. The like trucks are like neon orange. Like that's where the color lives in it. But then their photon gun is not a gun. It is a also very holographic, similar to the board, long board on their back, with also like shoved just haphazardly into a backpack for sure.
And
Stick
all
out,
of
like,
it
this
looks
barb over head.
yeah, but all of it looks, as your playbook says, wicked chill.
It's exactly what I was talking about, Kian.
Yeah, exactly. Wicked chill. And Cleo, describe your appearance, what your awesome hover chair looks like, and what your ray gun looks like as well, which I believe is part of the chair, if I remember correctly.
Absolutely, yeah. So Cleo uses a wheelchair, and other than she's got the pastel punk, so I think right now she'd probably be wearing probably like some sort of like sheer shirt similar to like what I'm wearing. With like probably like a cute little skirt and like some like fishnet tights. She's got her hair, of course, like up and like swooped back. But her chair is kind of like this a holographic-y rainbow color. The backrest has a solar charger sticker on it. And the wheels have like weird, almost like, the best way I can explain it, it's like kitchen timers almost, that like have different settings depending on what she needs them for. There's also like some like odd, weird, bulky compartments and a bunch of different buttons on her armrest. But should things become dire, she presses a button and there's a giant photon cannon that just like arrives like right up over the shoulder. She's got like a sight thing, and it almost looks like a video game controller that she uses to like aim with. And the chair absorbs all like the shock and everything. So she's kind of a little armory rolling wherever she needs to go.
That is so cool. I love that. As a fun reminder on the side, Kian, you have a flirt fun point for Hawthorne gets an opportunity to impress Adelaide. I will keep that in the back of my mind,
so
but also
excited.
if there's any point you want to roll that and make that happen, I'm just going to say that'll be an automatic success because that's adorable. Yeah. And with that, again, all of your stuff, all your looks, you look awesome. And speaking of how everyone else looks, because I can't not talk about fashion in a situation like this, it is this fascinating mishmash of like 90s skate culture, but also like, because I was literally talking about this before we went live on Twitch, but also like 90s Clueless style, because I can't not get it out of my head now and I have to make it real. But also like what I grew up with in high school, which is early 2000s, like hot topic-y looks, to what anything is going on now in terms of 2020. It's this fascinating mismatch of people got their own preferences on how they want to appear and let their presentation be, and as they should, because you know what? Fashion is whatever you make of it. It's all awesome. And all of you are at the Hybrid Park, and you're all just kind of having that moment where it's like, it's just like a normal, chill, regular party. Like nothing is really happening. Like you see people doing stuff here and there, trick-wise. You see people just chilling out with drinks in hand. There is for sure energy drinks everywhere. It's plastered everywhere. You see the name Wilkie's Energy Panic, if I remember correctly, everywhere. If you take a sip of it, much like how I've been running Die with our bartender, whatever you sip, that's the flavor it is for you specifically, and then it'll just change if we get a donation. But for now, if you want to be really hyperactive with energy, of course you do, because you're teenagers. It's not until Raven annoyingly addresses the crowd and's like, all right, guys, we're going to move the party to the cool next place. And because this is a weird game, this is the time where I start talking about dimensional travel, because of course that's normal. He takes his hoverboard and just like a diagonal line cuts in the air, and it's like the dimensional travel gates in Spider-Verse just pops out of nowhere, and you just see everyone as if it's nothing new, as if this is not weird at all, just casually get up. It's like, yeah, time to go hit the actual real party, woohoo! And they all just jump in like it's not an issue whatsoever. And Raven specifically looks at McMac like, see you in there, and just jumps in like he's goading you on to just try and go on the other side. And the fun fact with this is, because I did not decide, I'm not going to tell you this, technically when you go dimensional hopping, either it's a one-way and then you have to find a completely different exit out, or it's a two-way, or it's just one of those who knows. I'm not going to tell you. I think that's more fun. So you don't know what's going to happen when you jump through here. You have no idea where it's going. Do you jump in or not?
I'm muted. I'm just like going unquestioning. If anyone else tries to stop or pull back, but she's just like, yeah, cool, dude. And just starts rolling forward.
And Doobie follows in with a rough.
I am absolutely going. If Raven's going to go in there and be like that at me, at us, I'm not taking it personally, but I am. No, I'm going.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in. If the rest of the crew is in, then Hawthorne's right there with them.
I'll follow right behind.
Sweet. Taylor, you got 85 donated specifically in your name, so I'm going to say that's, if you want an automatic success on a roll, you have an automatic success.
Yeah, I do. After 50. He fucking insulted me.
Yeah. As all of you jump in, like, and to be upfront, this isn't your first time doing this. Like, we decided you're not crew 0, you're crew 1, so you've done a jump before. I'm going to say the one you've been to before is a place that was called the Golden Jungle. It is... Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I'll take that quickly. I'm going to say the first time this group did a jump like this, you went to a place called the Golden Jungle. It's like, take a skate park and put it in the most beautiful jungle-like setting, except for some reason there's like it's like centered around an old civilization, and there's giant literal Gundam mechs just sitting there, not working anymore, and you just see kids grinding on the top of them like it's nothing, pulling off tricks, but there's like quarter pipes and half pipes everywhere. It's a fascinating place. That's where you probably first learned, like, oh, this seems like a fun thing that we can do together. And since then, you have a couple people who know what you're all about. You all have fun. I mean, if I remember correctly, for our chill, you have camera gear, right?
Yeah. And as soon as we
probably
go
taken videos
going,
of your exploits.
Yeah.
People probably know you because maybe one of you, actually, I'll give you a moment for whoever wants to talk about it. What is one thing that's been captured from our chill that one of you did trick-wise in the Golden Jungle? And it's why some people at school know what you're all about.
I feel like it's over the shoulder camera because we got to get some more retro into it.
Yeah, 100%.
I did a double sixth loop off of the back of a giant alligator.
Yeah, because there are alligators in that world. I won't say none of that. Yeah, you did that, and it's almost on camera too. It looks like it almost gets you, and you just sneak right past it.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was.
The post graphics were badass. It was like epic, totally tubular.
Totally dubier.
Dubular.
Actually, there you go. That could be. When you do this jump, And before I get into that, you also know when you do get out of your dimension, sometimes, like the first trip probably went okay. No one got hurt or anything. You've heard stories from other classmates who do the same form of slug blasting, which I'm going to keep saying, I will say this out loud. It is such a funny name to say out loud. So if I start laughing, that's why, because slug blaster is a ridiculous word. You've heard from your classmates that sometimes when people do jumps like these and try to come back, sometimes you come back just fine. Sometimes there's a thing called peel back where, hey, you're literally traversing from dimensions. It's going to hurt a little bit. But you guys have not had that happen yet. So hopefully we'll see what happens with this jump. You jump into the portal and immediately you're just hit by it. You have this amazing sort of purple, cloudy setting you enter, and it hits you the minute you jump out, and you literally land on a cloud and you don't sink to the below it. That wherever the hell you are, it's like a floating cloud area, and it's all blacks and purples. The sky is completely nighttime black. All the clouds are purple. It has like a sort of hazy element, which is why I'm jokingly going to say, welcome to a world that I've dubbed and created called Purple Haze. And it's when you get that moment of getting your footing just right that you look up, and it's one of those fascinating things. You're on a cloud-based setting. In front of you looks like an amusement park with bright neon-y lights and like spotlights flashing around. And when I say like an amusement park, think of it more like if someone took skateboarding, snowboarding, or BMX and made an amusement park centered around that type of thing. It's like that setup. It has the perfect rails, the perfect quarter pipes. There's a giant half pipe that makes absolutely no sense with how big it is. And you're seeing people go 10, 20 feet in the air and just landing perfectly. But the thing that throws you off, but also it's dimensional travel. This is going to happen. You see cloud-like people, and I mean people. Think like, if you want a good context, because this is where my brain went with this, if you want to think about Lumpy Space from Adventure Time, it's basically that, just with an amusement park built on top of it. There are parade floats. You even see maybe a spacecraft hover by, but it's not bothering anyone. And you see all your classmates just go in because it looks like there's a giant get-together of just skating and a rave of a DJ playing like techno-y lo-fi off in the distance.
You were all seeing this, right? It's not just me.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
What's the air made out of here?
You thank you for pointing that out because I didn't bring that up. You breathe just fine. It feels totally normal. There's nothing bad about it. It feels like Earth. The one thing you notice is when you step forward, gravity, you notice it's a little bit lighter once you take a step, and you even have a point where maybe you just put too much pressure either on your wheels or on your deck or your foot, whatever way you move about. When you do, you have a slight moment where you realize you start hovering in the air for half a second, and then you gently float back down. So you already know, like, gravity here is already much lighter than Earth. So if you decide you want to take a jump, like take a bounce, or like on your board try to do a jump, or on your chair do a jump, you're probably going to jump much higher than you realize.
Whoa. I just kick my board up and shove it in my backpack with my longboard and just start like trying to like moonwalk. like Man on the Moon, not like Michael Jackson. Like trying to float.
You know what? Give me an action roll. I want to know how this goes.
That's another 5.
There's no weird there's maybe 1 second when you first do it where you have, did you ever see the trailer for Guardians 3 where they're all in the spacesuits jumping? And they're no, okay. There's a fun part where they're just it's like you're getting your footing while doing it. So you have one moment where you maybe accidentally like have a more like and then you catch your footing and you're like, okay, I get this. This is just weird gravity. It makes no sense. And everyone else picks up on it. It's like, okay. And either you hop on your board and ride forward, or you just glide along. And just, like I said, it's like amusement park vibes meets a almost rave-like setting with the perfect places to do whatever you want. Trick, grind, bike, rail-wise, or even jumps, whatever. The thing, though, that you notice is, once again, for McMax, Raven seems to be the one who opened up this place, and everyone's just like, woo, you guys are awesome. Thank you. And they're all kind of centered around celebrating that group having made this party happen.
Yeah, I want to try and do a super cool trick in order to get the attention off of them and onto us.
Sure.
In a cool way, not in like a desperate way.
What are you going to try and do?
I would like to try my I have a skill that I've spent hours and hours practicing, and if it would help me with an action, which in the case this is what I wanted to try and do, is try and distract or get attention from the crowd, I can mark one trouble to upgrade a 1-3 result into a 4-5 result. So I'm going to try and do my move. This move is called Send Me an Angel.
Yep.
Now, if anyone has seen the movie Rad, you know what I'm talking about. If not, don't worry about it. Basically, I'm going to stand up on the pedals of my bike, so my hands are still on the handlebars, and because I know how bouncy it is here now, I'm going to give it a good bounce and get it rolling so that I can bounce the back tire up and do a front wheelie. While I'm doing a front wheelie, I'm going to stand up on the top of the seat so that I am standing upright while my bike is facing this way, and I'm going to spread my arms out wide like an amazing dancer.
I'm filming this. My little like camera
100%.
drone is like getting all the angles, like Doobie's eyes also cameras, and then just my normal camera. And I'm like, whoa, it's like an angel.
So what I want to try and do. So I just roll 1d6.
Yeah, if you want, you can add boost, which will allow you to add a d6. I also believe if you want, yeah, you can add a d6 that way. I will also say if you're trying to make this like with greater effect, you can also add a kick to it, which allows you to have greater effect. And regardless of whatever the roll ends up being, you spend that kick. So I will factor that in as well.
How many kicks do you get to start?
On your character sheet, it should have. Let me pull that up because
you mark a boost for 1d6. Mark a kick to increase. Oh yeah, that doesn't say how many.
Give me 1 second. I gotta remember. Oh god, my brain is still. You are the grit, if I remember correctly.
I'm the grit.
Thank you. You have 3 boosts you can use and 1 kick at the moment. You are able to refresh this stuff whenever you. Now it's also you refill 1 attitude as they call it, which is boost and kick. It's under that. Whenever you fail any action. Basically, when you're trying to do stuff that fits under being gritty or having grit.
We do also have like 2 for
reroll, right?
You have a reroll too, yeah.
2 d6s to use and then 1 reroll to use.
Yeah. All right.
So if you don't like the first roll, you can reroll it.
I'm going to roll.
And then everyone's got a personal reroll, so we actually have multiple rerolls per.
I'm going to do 2d6 using a boost.
Do it.
So -1 boost. Minus boost. Come on, dice. All right, I got a 4 and a 5.
And you used it. Okay. So I'm going to say you do it just as you described because I don't want to take that away because technically that is a success. And if it's being filmed, it looks. That's where I'll add the complication. You film it. Someone probably accidentally while you're filming it bumps you, so the camera goes for a second, but you center it back. But also, you get some people to focus you. You get some people to get their attention pulled on you, McMax, but it's not as much as you'd wish. They're all like, "That's really cool. Like that's not thing I've ever seen before in my life. That's amazing." And you can tell that your wonderful friend Raven has noticed and is like, just rolls his eyes, goes back to. Literally, I don't know why, but he just downs an energy drink because I know people in high school who did that, and I still can't fathom downing an energy drink in one go. I respect it.
Yeah, I think once I catch Raven's eye and I notice that he is not giving the attention, I think that's when I probably stop.
And I'm going to say with that, one of the people that gets pulled, because I think this would be fun, is for Hawthorne, you see Adelaide just walk up to McMax like, that was pretty gnarly. That was dope. It just high fives you.
Hawthorne is bright red in the background. That Adelaide would acknowledge somebody even loosely adjacently could possibly be connected to Hawthorne is like, that's the end all be all. This is terrifying. Probably goes to like try to stop on their board and stumbles even though there's nothing to stumble over because gravity is different and we're on clouds, but I trip anyway. Try to like catch myself and stand up, and I imagine at this point I'm probably like awkwardly in the background away from people, so there's nobody around that I can engage with, and so I'm just looking around trying to find somebody to possibly adopt me because I don't know what to do right now.
If you're up for it, I had an idea come to mind that you might, I don't know if you'll like. You do exactly that. You're about to completely, I'm going to use skate terms, so it's always going to sound weird saying about life. You're about to beef it. Almost just fully fall down on the cloud, which probably won't hurt. But at the same time, I have no idea. This laws of physics and all that make no sense once you just leave normal reality. You're about to trip and completely just almost dive, but Adelaide catches you right before you fall and just gives you a look of like, careful. It just gives you a wink.
I'm filling.
And then
I zoom
perfectly
in.
places you and just perfectly helps you center back up and just gives you a smile and walks away.
I do the classic like hand on the back of the neck, like messing with my hair. Thanks. Thank you.
As that happens, you all go in there, and like I said, it's like if you were to combine lumpy space with an amusement park with parade style floats kind of everywhere, but also like DJ going off with spotlights here and there flashing different colors. It's just this awesome hangout where you're just like, where the hell did this place come from? Because for you, the four of you, none of you have ever heard of this place. And I'm even going to say, if you take a second to eavesdrop on your classmates who are also there, they're also saying the same thing. Like, I had no idea this place existed. Where the hell is this on the map? And I know one of you has as an item a multi-dimensional map, if I remember correctly.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're probably checking the map, and all of you are looking at it, and you can't find this place anywhere.
Where'd they get it?
So it's just like, what? Raven notices you, and annoyingly being the person that you all probably are like, ugh, again, I'm sorry with clueless, as if. He just walks up. It's like, oh, you guys came.
What, we weren't invited?
No, I mean, it's open to anyone. Just, I didn't think you'd actually come. Seemed like this might not be your thing.
You think you're
Taylor's offended.
beneath
This
us?
is not the face. Trip's making their blank, but I'm offended.
You're pretty boring, so I understand why you think we wouldn't want to hang out with you, but you know, like, some days you just have to take a chance, right?
Shit.
You know what? I'm going to
wrecked, man.
Style play. That was amazing. Just makes me so happy. He takes like wounded, a little harsh. All right, you know what? If you want to stay here, let's make it fun. And he turns around, and again, think amusement park. There's like a giant roller coaster that literally wraps around the entire space that you see in front of you. It's like, okay, here's what I want if you want to stay, and I won't cause any more problems your way. See that billboard? And there's like a billboard at the wicked top of the roller coaster. It's like, I want you to, if you can get up there and actually tag that.
Tag it.
I will both leave you the hell alone, but I'll also give you a prize. I'll even give you a second prize if you film an awesome thing up there, trick-wise. But my main thing is I'll leave you alone if you're able to actually put something up there. And you realize when you look up there, it has their logo, his crew's logo up there. And I figure I could come up with that, but I think it's more fun if the four of you tell me, what does the logo look like for that crew?
I already have an idea. I'll pitch, but then y'all let me know, because I feel like it's funny too if it is slightly resemblant of ours, so we hate them even more. You know how ours is a broken skateboard? What if theirs is like a broken like Nintendo controller that says like combo breaker and like a little rainbow like arc in the break of the controller?
I love it.
Okay,
I hate them.
Now I have to ask, what style Nintendo controller?
I don't know Nintendo controllers. Someone else can do
Okay.
that. This is
I think that like Super Nintendo has like the right kind of curve.
Yeah,
It's like
which is
the-
funny because
that
funny
one, right?
enough, I have one on my desk.
There we
That
go.
one, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm reading
Yeah,
your
it's
mind.
that just broken in half. Combo breaker.
And you just see that, and it just, ugh. It's like, but yeah, if you can find a way up there.
Wait. Just you're gonna leave us alone, or like your whole crew?
I'll make it my whole crew.
Good. I was like, I'm shooting daggers over his shoulder because I haven't introed my counterpart over there. I think she just goes by Ange. It's fun, but she's just like super brainiac, super smart in all the clubs, as quick as hell, is good at fucking everything, and is probably similar in like stature and stuff. Our parents are probably friends, so I probably even have that additional, because it's like, oh, my, can't you be more like Ange? Like Bob and Susan's daughter is so cool. And I'm like, Mom, like there's a lot of that going on. But they definitely have a robotic cat. Floofy looking, like white Persian kind of cat, but robot.
If your dog is named Doobie, can their cat be named Floofy?
Yes.
I'm going to say that's automatic. Yeah. Also, because you described him as smart and cool, and my brain went here. They're like a combo. I had the names down because I want to say this right. I'm going to say they're like a combo from Big Hero 6 of Go-Go and Honey.
Oh, stop. No, it's too good.
And like fashion-wise, with their hair, it's more like Honey's outfit, where it's that just bright green, just that perfect bright green. But it's so cool, and everyone who's around them.
My love for that movie and those characters. You can't.
I know. I keep doing this to you, and I'm so sorry. In our games, I keep giving you things that you're like, no, I love that. Don't make me hate it. But for this, it's like they're the coolest dressed person here, by far. Like, just that green is so on point, and it somehow doesn't clash against the purple. It works with it. It's just badass. And I'm going to go with their whole thing.
They're just a clash of every color.
And they don't have a hoverboard. They have hover skates.
Of course they fucking do.
Yeah,
I almost had skates, and then she had skates, so I had to get a fucking board because,
And
you
because
can hang out with
frenemies are
Ange.
fun,
Like,
they-
no, Mom.
Yeah. And because frenemies stuff is fun, they probably see that you're there, and they just give you like a very like friendly wave because they're just friendly to everyone. And that's the look you probably give back, like, hi! And then like, I hate that person so much. But when you ask Raven, will your whole crew leave you alone? It's like, you know what? Fine. I'll do that. Here. And he hands all of you an energy drink. It's like, don't forget to stay refreshed. And he gives you a smile.
I open it, and I pour it out in front of him.
Oh, that's just harsh, man.
I have a bandolier of more. I don't need your handout.
And as he turns around, I'm going to say, this is the start of the job. You have a target, which is there's this giant billboard at the top of the roller coaster. You are to tag it. And by tag it, I mean, if you want to graffiti it, by all means. If you just want to slap a giant sticker on it, that works too. It's whatever you decide to do. I'm not going to decide that. You get to decide that. But also film something cool trick-wise up there. And before we get into that run, I think now is probably a good time to try and take a 10-minute break. So let's do that. And Taylor, you are
You're muted.
You're too cool for the talk.
We're on a 10-minute break. But guess what that means? You got 10 minutes to maybe put in some last donations, because we are about to do a run. We're going to need those points to just like absolutely show these combo breakers that we're cooler than them. But also, every $10 will get you entered to win our giveaway when we come back, which I definitely have the correct tab open here somewhere that will tell me what it is. Wizard Kittens by Magpie Games. It's a wonderful, adorable, very fun card game. So get in some of those last minute donations, and when we get back, we will spin the wheel and pick somebody to win that. That's it. Everybody, go have a good break. Now have a good break. I found the right tab again. I have so many tabs open. So much
Have a good
90s
energy drink.
date slang tabs. We're gonna get to them.
All right.
Hello, everybody. God, these like emo bangs are really driving me nuts. There's a lot of hairspray to make this happen, and now it's stabbing me in my eye. Anyway, hello.
So
Welcome
jealous.
back from break for night 4 of charity fundraising fun for elevated access. We're playing Slugblaster tonight, and it's time for our first giveaway. I'm so sorry. I ate spicy rice in between, so I'm going to be like sniffling. Our first giveaway of the night, which is a Wizard Kittens card game from our wonderful sponsor, Magpie Games. Thank you so much, Magpie, for supporting us this year, and I think like multi-years in the past. You are awesome. Everyone want to give me a drum roll. You gotta go. Mike Rachelson! Yay! Congratulations, Mike. I mean, we'll probably try and figure out where to find you. It's going to be hard, but we will get it contact and get your information and get you a copy of that over. If you know anyone here watching just wants some fun over the next few days, you should go back and rewatch some of the games we've already had, like Cyber Plus Punk that Mike ran, as well as Cyberpunk Red, as well as like Wild Sea if you wanted to like catch my game or whatever. But with that, we can get back into it. Remember, everybody, every $10 will get you in to win, which I think we've hit 1,200. I have it very small, so it's very hard for me to read. So thank you, everybody. We are getting so much closer to our goal. We're like, I don't know, math, nearly halfway point. Be a few $100s, but $1,000, it will be fine. There was something I was going to say. Oh, stick around. At the end, we will have another giveaway from our other amazing sponsor, Artel Sorian. It will be a Witcher TTRPG PDF. 25%. That's what I was trying to say. Not half. I was like, there's a half of a half that's out of my head, and I can't remember what that's called. It's a fourth. I failed math 4 years in a row. Anyway.
Well, I have a math degree, so I got your back.
Oh, God. Someone's got
And
it.
all I can need to say is to quote Adventure Time, mathematical.
Mathematical. Hey. But yeah, appreciate it, everybody. We're about to start a run, so if you would like to help us out even more, get those in. I am sweating from that Thai basil rice. It was so spicy. It was so good. Go on. Take it away.
And for a reminder, you all, I believe, now have 2 free rerolls each. Just a reminder. And I believe, I'm going to say for the added D6, that's kind of just in general for the 4 of you.
Yeah.
I believe you all have 2 of those.
Right now we have 1 reroll for everybody and then 2 in a pool that we can use.
Oh,
and
2
then
in a pool.
2
Thank you.
D6. Yeah, 2 that weren't like given to anyone specifically.
Oh.
And then
the one that was donated specifically directly at you, there is also an automatic success that I believe I would say it can be used in general for whoever wants to use it, or if it's technically given to Taylor in your name, but it's up to you. I let you decide if you want to. I'm
using my damn insult.
Yeah, it was kind of very pointedly. I wonder who donated that. Looking at that very specific person right now. Let's start this run, shall we?
He's hiding from me. He knows what he's done.
So Nate, before we get into it, I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at, I think you described it as like a weird roller coaster.
Yeah, I was going to actually just describe your surroundings for you.
Perfect.
Actually, so this works out perfectly. The thing you've now noticed about this fascinating place you have found yourself in is, as I mentioned, you look up, it's like a perfect nighttime sky. You see stars here and there, but if you're an actual astrology person, it doesn't make any sense, as it shouldn't, because where are these stars coming from? I have no idea. Purple cloudiness everywhere, not just at your feet. It's also just floating around you. There is even literally cloud people who are like just look like clouds with faces walking around, floating around, drinking drinks. The DJ is not a person. It's literally someone wearing headphones and a hat or a beanie that looks like a cloud with a face, just because, you know what? Let's make it Adventure Time vibes. It sounds fun that way. The thing, though, that you notice... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was making a joke. Ignore me.
All right. The thing, though, that you notice that's strange is, like I mentioned, it's an amusement park. None of the rides are running. It's kind of like it's a rundown amusement park in the sky. So the thing with the roller coaster is the roller coaster does loop almost all around, like around you and in the space that you're in, but nothing is running rides wise. So if you see people doing tricks here and there, no one's going up on the roller coaster tracks.
Is there a carousel?
Oh, 100%. What does the carousel look like? I want you to describe that to me.
I think it's a very old school, like Victorian kind of looking. I guess it's not really Victorian. That's not the right era. But you know those really old school Georgian.
I think like the Mary Poppins one in the chalk drawing.
Yeah, just like that. But all of the creatures that are on the carousels that you can sit on and ride, they're like strange approximation of animals. Like if you had never seen a horse before in your entire life and somebody described a horse to you in vague terms, that's what you would make. So there's a sort of horse, there's a kind of tiger, there's a maybe llama. I'm pretty sure that one's supposed to be a skunk, but I'm not sure. And they're all sort of cloudy looking, as if the person who made this couldn't really fathom a creature that wasn't made out of cloud.
And to add to the cloud people, because I feel like this is a good role tie-in, Hawthorne, you have as your trait passion, if I remember quickly, which is you care a lot about animals and critters.
Yes.
What type of animal or critter is also amongst these cloud people?
Oh, amongst the cloud, like as a cloud.
Yeah, they're like actual people that can talk and are around in this space. They talk the same language you do. And they're either, whatever it is, they're either walking, they're floating, whatever you decide, it is that.
A 6-legged peacock with one eye.
It's 100%. That's amazing. And I love when players do stuff like that. Thank you.
Their
100%.
wings, or their tail and the crown, like whenever it expands as a peacock's would, it kind of starts to wisp away at the ends into cloud. So it seems like they're constantly having to regrow the feathers. They're not spindly legs. They're peacock legs. They're like chicken legs. They're not bug legs. So 6-legged peacock. All of them have one eye. What we got?
It looks exactly like that because that's so awesome. Take a style point because that's amazing. I'm not going to say no to that because that's amazing. Yeah, you see a bunch of them here and there walking around. And to make it funny, because I have to do this, I said it's kind of like a rave setting too. Some of them have shades on. Some of them have like beads on around them. Some of them, when they open their cloudy feathers up, it just is like strobe, not literally strobe, but it's like that type of strobe-like colors just pop up and then fade away.
Hell yeah.
And it's just like awesome. But yeah, when you look at the roller coaster, McMax, again, that's going to make me laugh every time I say it. Thank you for picking that name. It's not running. You even notice upon closer inspection, parts of the tracks are not connecting. There are gaps here and there.
All right, crew. I got a little bit of a plan to get us high up on that coaster to make things a little bit faster. If you get high up and if you come down, you got a lot more, speed. So here's my plan. Using all of our energy and all of our methods of movement, we are going to get that carousel spinning. And since it's real bouncy here, we're going to use the carousel as a launch pad to throw us up, way up high, landing on the roller coaster where we can go down real fast, do the loop-de-loop, and get up to the bulletin board. What do you think? Yeah?
Fucking gnarly. Yeah, let's do that.
Do you think Adelaide's gonna think it's cool?
It's gonna look so cool. Do you think anyone's ever tried to do this before? No. You're gonna be the first person in weird purple cloud place to ever do this. In fact, you're gonna go first.
That is, Hawthorne immediately pales. Okay, I can try to do that, I guess.
Listen, I have a good feeling about this. I feel like this is gonna work. I feel
I
like
don't.
it's gonna be real good. Does anyone have any problems?
You know, it's going to be even better because, and then as like this portal opens up, you see the rival of Cleo like start jumping out as Damon, like, which there's like a family rivalry because her grandma's was a Slugblaster, and there's like these two families that like started like rival gangs and have now like it has gone to like the grandchildren level. Like this is a very deep rivalry. And she just looks over. Damn it! All right, it's got to be really, really cool, guys. Okay.
When you lock eyes with, you said Damien, correct? Just want to make sure.
Yep.
Yeah, he gives you that same look you gave them, like, oh snap, and it's almost like, and I can't not do this. It's almost like you have that film moment where two people stare at each other, but it's like comic book panels where it's just like, and then like we have to deal with this. So this is where
Quick question, meta-wise, with our gear, like my dog, did we start with any sort of mods or anything, or how
Nope.
do we gather the components?
Mods are gathered as prizes in a run or can be found in the worlds you go to. And that maybe is a prize I might have written down if you succeed. I will leave that vague for now. So the way this works, for those who have played Blades in the Dark before, which is hilarious because I've never gotten to play it and I'm running a Blades in the Dark game basically, whatever actions you want to do, I'm going to say, sure, roll a d6 and we'll see how it goes. I very much, not going to lie, a little nervous about that, but I look forward to seeing what you all try to do. So basically what you want to do is use that use the carousel, I was going to say merry-go-round, that's the same thing, and just launch yourself basically into the air. Like just try to spin it around and jump.
Yeah.
I like how on the merry-go-round that are in playgrounds when you're a kid and you try to get it going fast enough to make somebody launch off. I don't know if anybody else did that or if it was just...
Absolutely, I did. I've so many things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
I could never hold on because I was a weak bitch.
Yeah, same.
Oh no!
Noodle arms still to this day.
The way I'm going to do this, because I want to be cheeky and I love how the book has this. Obviously, like Blades in the Dark, there is a clock mechanic, but I like how they just call it a track and you can just make it words. So for this, I'm going to start a track just called simply jump. When you succeed, I'll cross a letter off and it'll be individually one by one. I'll be doing that. So the first step is you got to see where the carousel is. So my question for you is the carousel actually working right now or is it not? Because I said some stuff isn't working, but I will say if you think it is on, I'm not going to say no to that.
I mean, I can make it work. I got tools.
I wonder if it's like jankily working, like it's like doing like the music that goes on and like this thing is like, is it like one of the playground ones? Because for some reason I was thinking like a carousel. Like I don't know if that was in my mind or is it like the playground?
I'm gonna say it's
like
an
a
amalgam.
carousel, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a regular amusement park one, but I'll add that there's also, it kind of looks like a playground one, just bigger. Because why not? Like there's rails on it, so you do see someone who's courageous enough to just jump on and do a grind right on it and gets off, and it looks so badass. But for tools, if that's what you want to do, you can check to see if you can make it go fast. I don't know why Sonic the Hedgehog's now coming to mind, but that's what's going to happen.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, if you want to check it, I would just say you check. No, I'm not going to let you roll that because that just feels like an automatic thing. You check it, you find settings that are like, literally, it's as simple as can get. Slow, medium, fast.
Can I turn it to fast and then with my repair tools or hacker tools, whichever works better, tinker with it? Oh, wait, no, I switched to grappling hook. So just hacking tools, tinker with it and make a fourth option, which is very fucking fast.
You know what? I don't think an action rule is needed because I just want to progress that. That makes sense to me. Yeah, you do that. You just naturally do that. And
I feel like
I would say
Flip is one of those people that, like, if you ask, like, how'd you do that? They're like, I don't know, just did it. You know, like, they have this skill, but they don't have the knowledge to know what they're doing. They just can do it.
And Doobie next to you just goes, woof.
Like, yeah, we high five his little.
Actually, you do
paw.
physically. Doobie actually lifts the paw like this, Taylor, and just goes, woof.
From my view in Video Ninja, that was perfect. It's not gonna look like that on the overlay, but for us, that was so cool.
That was awesome.
Very good.
You know what? Screw it. You get a style point. Do that. That just actually happened on our end, and that's great. And no one else probably saw that, but that was awesome for us. Yeah, and the other three, you just now see that there's a fourth setting, and do you go to that fourth setting? Or is everyone sitting on the carousel first before you hit the fourth setting?
Oh, I mean, like, I'll wait till everyone like gets ready, and I'll be like,
yeah. My question is it one at a time?
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my grappling hook and I'm going to wrap the rope part around myself and then hook the grapple part into one of the poles on one of the animals. I think I'm hooking it into the one that is like a bunny rabbit, but for some reason it has horribly sharp teeth. And I'm just going to hook it onto that. And I'm going to hold on. I don't want to go flying off this when I don't want to let go. But the idea is I want it to, when I let go at the proper time, I want it to swing me around on the grappling hook so that I can get even more momentum. And then I'll release the hook and I'll go flying. And it'll look cool.
Roll an action roll for me. We'll see how that goes. Again, as I mentioned, go ahead.
I was going to say, before everybody starts like flying over, Hawthorne is going to reach into their bag, which is like a very classic beat to hell satchel with like black and white plaid on it, and just like it's the most useless canvas satchel ever. There's holes all in the bottom of it, but I pull out a small drone because that was one of my items, and I would like to send it in the direction that we are headed to get a sense of what we are flying into, so that I can kind of plan ahead and tell my team what they're headed toward.
Yeah, and it goes, does the drone at all, because I feel like this could be whatever you decide it to be, does the drone communicate with you?
Yes. It is shaped like a axolotl, so it kind of flies the way that they move through the air. And his arms are constantly out, and so he is floating along, and he'll come back and he does that little like goofy ass axolotl smile, and when he opens his mouth, a little thought bubble comes out like a hologram, and it says what he's thinking.
Yeah, that's so cute.
So he has to come back to tell me, but that's how he communicates.
That's so precious. It does just that, because that's so cute. You broke me. That's so cute. It does exactly that. And you have a marker of where you should be, hopefully sticking the landing, as I will call it.
Excellent. I'm gonna send him back over there, and he's got little flags, like an airplane director, like whenever you're trying to land an airplane, and he's waving the flags to help guide us.
That's so adorable. Precious bean. With that, is there anything else before I have McMax roll the D6? Just checking.
I kind of does Hawthorne, do you want to go first? Because we said you could go first to impress Adelaide.
Hawthorne will take the chance, yeah.
And I will say, because I said this and I will not go back on my word, I said with that I will let you, because I thought that was so cool, that can just be an automatic success if you're trying to impress, because that was what came in as a donation and I don't want to take that away. I did say that out loud.
Beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, describe it. How does it look like?
I am going to just grab onto, like, I assume there's like a little spindly point at the top center of the carousel, so I'm going to grab onto that, and I'm going to kind of hunker down, and I don't know how physics works. My partner will yell at me, is probably yelling at me right now, because physics is magic. Physics is not real. And in this world, that makes sense. So it's perfect. I also failed math. Sorry, Amanda. So I'm just gonna assume that there's like enough of a little curve that once it starts to spin and it goes really fast, I'm gonna let go and just ride that and let it launch me out in that direction. At some point or another, I would like to do a handstand on. Can I land on a handstand on the board, on the hoverboard?
I mean, I said I'll give you an automatic success, so you do exactly that.
That's what I want.
And in the process of that, Adelaide's quickly probably talking to someone, and then everyone kind of just turns around because they see what the four of you are trying to do right now. And it's like slow-mo, turns around, just sees you in slow motion floating through the air, and you do that perfect handstand. And you don't see it, but she just puts her hands like this, like, that was amazing. And it's just automatic face flushes. Just, yep. Just, oh. I will say that's one letter off this track completed.
Wonderful.
Who goes next?
I mean, I'll totally try.
Yeah, do it. Cool. Roll a d6. Roll. It could be an action roll. Do you add any boost or kick to it? And don't forget, you have rerolls and extra dice you can add if you so choose.
Remind me. We asked about kick.
Oh wait, you actually don't get kicks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You actually you don't get booster. You don't get extra boost because you automatically get 2d6. You do not on your main. You do not get kick either because you're so chill. Why would you need it? Everything you do is so chill.
I down an energy drink.
Your signature item, you do get boost and kick, if I remember correctly. But for your playbook itself, the chill already gets 2d6 to add to every roll, basically. So you're just vibing, man,
dude. Like, oh my god, it's so effortless. That was 2 6s. I'm just flying, flipping off hands as I go through the air.
And they just give
and
you
then put my hand behind my head and just like.
You know what? Are you okay with me? You know what? I'm adding this for you because you're so chill. You don't just like fling, like fly. It's just like super chill, laid back. Like you just ease up and go like, this is fine. I've done this before. Yeah. Like there's nothing wrong with this, bro.
It's easy.
Yeah, easy peasy. Who's next?
Take out something in my pocket real quick.
I think this is where I'm going to try my grappling hook.
Yeah.
Momentum trick. Yeah. Sure. I think gosh. Yeah, I'm just gonna try it. I'm not gonna boost, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna roll my trophy dice and see if that helps. Come on, trophy dice.
Yeah, trophy.
6. Yes.
Yeah. Describe how it looks to me, because I think it's more fun to have players describe stuff, so I want you to tell me how cool does it look when you go flying in the air to your destination.
So I'm on my BMX and I have my hands on the pole of this carousel animal thing, and I have my grappling hook wrapped around me, and as the carousel is picking up speed and I see my colleagues, my crew members just go launching off and landing perfectly and looking awesome as they do it, and I think, yeah, we got this. We're too fast, too fakey. We can do this. And I let go of the pole at just the right moment. I time it perfectly. Because I took physics in school, I guess, even though it's practical magic. And at least I took Slugblasting's physics. So I'm able to do this. And I go out the length of my grappling hook rope, and I'm spinning around the carousel at a high momentum, and I'm trying to get like a little bit of movement in there, kind of like in the movie The Cutting Edge, when they're spinning the woman around at the end in the figure skating competition, and she looks like she's gonna hit her head off the ice. There's some 90s culture for you. And she goes flying, or I go flying out, and I release the grappling hook at just the right moment so that I can land at the tallest point of the roller coaster.
I'm going to say you do that, and it looks awesome. And what catches everyone's attention at this point is you're on a freaking BMX bike, and you're just spinning around before you let go. And it's kind of hard not to notice that because it's a bike. So it's just like everyone, when you do that, because you got a 6, it's just like you just hear applause, cheers. And with that, Cleo, how do you do it? How do you go about getting ready to basically get up to where the rest of your crew is?
Absolutely. So I think I'm gonna kind of use like a combo thing of I'm gonna get the spin going, and then when I like let go, so like you know how you skip rocks on a lake. I'm gonna be the rock and try and skip myself up these little like cloud pedestals using the hover feature to like boing 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 like across and like up
in the hammerhead.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Make an action roll. Roll a d6.
Okay.
And as a reminder, you all have a free reroll. There's also 4 stray additional dice you can add, so anyone can add a d6 if they want as well, and all that. Just reminding you.
Ooh, that is not good. That's a 3.
Don't forget you have a reroll.
I will use a reroll if that is okay.
By all means.
That's a 4. I'll take it.
Okay. You do exactly as you said, and it grabs a lot of attention because everyone's just like, because everyone knows, there's a couple of people who know your crew. I'm going to say for, oh God, I was trying to remember their name, for Taylor, the faction you guys put down. Oh, Pipsqueaks, which I love that because I couldn't forget that.
My buzz.
They're the loudest ones out of all of them, and somehow you're confused how they're there because they're not technically in high school, but they're also just like, we're your biggest fans.
Go home.
Yeah, but they're not drinking. They're having energy drinks. They're hyperactive. It's great. They notice, one of them notices that when you're doing that, Cleo, you have a moment where it looks like you're not perfectly going to shoot, and they probably try to help push you along. So they do that, but you end up going almost a little farther than intended. So you have a moment where, for your crew, you have a moment where you land, but you have this weird moment where you're kind of landing, but also slightly about to lean off the edge. So if someone wants, so you probably have a second where you're like, and yeah,
Can
like,
Judy just be flying up and just nudges into the back of the chair very ungracefully?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Doobie probably maybe nudges us also a little harder than you wanted and almost knocks Cleo off that side, but Doobie also grabs hold. It's like, no. Like, woof. Actually, doesn't even bite to grab on. Somehow the paws clasp and then put you back on the track.
Yeah. They articulate, for sure.
Yeah. What do you do next? So basically, you're on the track. Your point, like I mentioned, it's the highest point of the track, which is not close by. It's still a little bit farther off. And what you do notice is that billboard they pointed out, there is actually a ramp of sorts at the top of the roller coaster, because I just think that's awesome, because this is a decommissioned roller coaster. Why not? There are 2 or 3 different gaps that you might have to jump over to get to the top. The thing, though, you notice a little bit is it doesn't seem like the billboard is right next to the track. It seems like there's a bit of a gap to get there. So just keep that in mind. But whatever you want to do next, what do you do next? You're on the track. Yeah.
We got like loopty, right? That was like the goal. Like we just go real fucking fast and then loop and then whoa, and then hopefully hit it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah.
When you start going up the track, the thing you hit is there's a gap that's about 5, like separating it by like 5 or 6 feet from the next line of track. So it's like there's just broken track rail, and you got to jump to the next one.
I think, Trip, I think I need a little bit of boosting, if you know what I mean.
Pops it open. Oh shit! I didn't ask what flavor you want. Are you good with like passion fruit, or you need something else?
Just hand me whatever you think is gonna really boost me up.
Definitely passion fruit. You know that she hates passion fruit. This one gets you fucking going. Everyone should drink these because for some reason 4 come in a case and I can't get them out. Here you go.
Thanks.
You know what? This is weird to ask for. Can you roll a d6 for me?
Me?
Yeah. If you drink that, roll a d6. There's a reason. Yeah. I want to be weird.
I rolled a 1.
It's not the flavor that Trip gave you. So what flavor is it?
This one I think is actually going to be the new slug flavor, volcanic energy because it's got what blasters crave.
Yes.
Kind of like electrolytes.
And I feel like to make this weird, I'm gonna call that a slam, where it's just nasty.
Yeah, I knock it right back.
And also this you're not gonna Okay, in that case, I'm gonna say it's nasty and you feel a little woozy. So just put down nasty drink as like a slam. Or if you want, this is a fun mechanical moment. Slams you can just nope out of, like Blades in the Dark, where it's like, I don't want to take damage. You can just say, nope, I don't want that. Or if you do want the slam, you just write it down as this is a thing that just happened to you that your body's now feeling a little bit.
Oh, I love a complication. I'm absolutely going to take this as a problem.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure. Again, there's that gap. It's about 5 to 6 feet apart. How do you get to the next set of tracks?
How are my Rift Ninja sneakers doing here?
Oh, do you have them activated?
Are
they activated all the time?
Yeah. They would be activated all the time. Yeah.
I believe. Oh God, I gotta remember reading up on that because I'm wondering if I'm complicating it with another set of shoes. So give me a second. I want to make sure I pulled this up correctly.
Oh, good.
Because brain did not remember that. There we go. Because I'm trying to remember, they help you phase in and out of things, like, right? If I remember correctly.
So that is one of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the other feature was because my brain is immediately going, oh no. Wait, there we go, found them.
Yeah.
In what way would you like to use them to help you out? Because the way its function is use astral phasing to become slightly not here, ghostly, and ethereal, which can help you sneak around. But yeah.
So I also have a space-time ampimeter, and I feel like what I would like to use that for is to kind of figure out some cloud density places.
I like that.
That I would like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I cut you off. Sorry.
No, you're good. I would like to use the space-time ampimeter to find some cloud spots that would allow me, with my Rift Ninja sneakers, to be able to kind of phase into the cloud spots if they are moving and kind of ride the current over to the other side.
Definitely roll a d6 on that. That's
Okay.
awesome. Give me an action roll.
That's a 5.
So success with a bit of a complication. You find a cloud that you judge is pretty close by, and you do exactly that. How do you actually get to that cloud? Like when you activate your shoes, is it just like you are there, or do you jump over and then it works that way? Describe it to me. 'Cause I say you get to describe how it works.
I'm going to climb down, kind of so that I'm holding onto the scaffolding, and I'm going to use my gloves to kind of blast myself backwards into the cloud and over to it.
You do just that. When you land though, you land only on 1 foot. So right now you're sort of just teetering on the edge of being like, ah.
I have nothing that will help me. I don't know if the crew sees me doing this, but that's where I'm at.
I leave that up to you. Do you think that they can see you when you do this?
Man, it would make my life easier if they did, but I am the awkward, angsty emo kid who often does not want to be seen. I'm trying to avoid the spotlight most of the time, so I probably did not do this with a lot of flash. I probably did not want to draw attention.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. We will get back to that in a second. Okay. How does whoever else wants to go next, how do you jump the gap? Oh, that's a great way of phrasing it. I didn't even think about that. How do you jump the gap or close the gap?
Find the gap.
Mary, I heard you come in. Did you have an idea?
Yes, kind of. So I guess for the roller coaster, is it like for the track, is there anything like a higher track above? Like,
yeah, there's a higher track above, about maybe 15, 20 feet above you.
Okay. Because I was thinking, I have a grappling hook, and I was thinking of going like full, like swinging, like vine swinging, but using the grappling hook to try and like go across fast. And I was thinking, if I'm going across and I see that that Hawthorne was falling back, I would want to like catch them like full on and like try and like get them across.
Yeah, try it out.
Okay, we'll see. Five.
Okay, let me do. I'm looking up one quick thing that I meant to look up before the roll because I want to make sure I do something correctly. I'm going to say you're able to do that where you notice Hawthorne probably maybe you have a moment, Hawthorne, where you briefly phase back in and they see you for a split second. So Cleo, you just see them, and you're like, oh no, I'm not allowing that to happen. I'm not letting them fall. Even though the gravity is kind of light here, so even if you did fall, it's probably not going to hurt that badly, but still, you're pretty high up. How do you grapple to them? What does it look like?
So I think I aim it so like the swing point is like. So if I was normally gonna jump, I'd probably choose the swing point to have the lowest be like towards the middle. But I'm gonna take the chance, and it might be more rough on me to have the swing point where the lowest part of that swing would be closer to where Hawthorne is, so I can kind of catch like as like they fall, I can like scoop as it swings up like the chair. So
if I remember correctly, you have a trait that works with like trouble, if I remember correctly.
yes, so I have the walking disaster. I get a plus 1d6 on disaster rolls, and I can take disaster for other people.
If you like, because that's what I was actually kind of going to be leaning towards with Hawthorne, this is kind of a disaster that might happen. If you want to I will let you with that. You can roll another d6, and if you get like whatever the answer is, you can either take that or not. It's up to you. Okay. Or if you just want to take their trouble away and add it to like you mentioned what you have, by all means we could do that too. Or just take their trouble away completely, and that you just automatically grab them and just swoop up to the next higher track.
I'll take their trouble. Absolutely. Okay. 100%.
So if I remember reading it correctly, I think you then add +1 trouble. I will keep tabs of that as well.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. If I take disaster, I get 2 style, and then I have to resolve whatever their disaster is.
Yeah. So, sweet. So in that case, 2 style. That's awesome. You see Hawthorne do that. You grab them. You swing up to the next track. On the way of the swing up, I think this is how I'll do it a little bit. You do look really stylish, but also your hover chair slams a little harder back onto the track pavements than you'd like. And I'm going to say, because you technically have, if I remember correctly, it's the wheels are the thing that help your gear go back and forth. One of your wheels locks.
I think it's probably like some makeshift thing, so I can use them to slow down. So I think there's like 2 like almost like almost like a stick shift, but I use them to like pull back or pull forward depending on how fast or slow I would go.
Okay. Yeah, and it's one of the wheels just for a second. Like it's there, obviously, but like I'm going to change to the stick tip. I think that's more interesting now. It's not as smooth as it was to change from whatever speed you want to go to. It's like you got to kind of now force it because it got locked in place. Next up, Trip did not jump yet, correct?
Correct.
My brain is trying to remember all this stuff, and it's a lot at the same time. And McMax. So who's next to close the gap? Or go higher if you want, because now you have 2 people who are higher than you by about 15 to 20 feet on the next set of tracks above.
I have an idea on how I might be able to close the gap for you.
Uh-huh.
All right, Trip, I got an idea. Oh, this energy drink is really... Excuse me. I'm starting to feel a little hyped, a little pumped up. My guts are a little turny, but I think we're gonna be okay. You know what? And I think
these
the
have been
panic
refrigerated for like 2 weeks, so hope that's okay.
The panic part of this energy drink, I think, is starting to kick in. Oh, okay. So I think I have an idea, and I think my idea is this. You see that part right there where there's a big gap? It's like 5-6 feet. It's like the length of a person, and I think it's not the length of me, but me and my bike. And I'm pretty strong, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go down there and I'm going to use my rest of my grappling hook rope, the stuff that's left that's not still on the carousel, and I'm going to hook myself into one side, and then I'm going to take my bike and I'm going to hook it onto the other side, and I'm going to pull it towards me with my muscles. You see that? My muscles. I'm going to pull it towards me, and I'm going to make this track connect, or at least if I can't get it to connect, it's going to get me as part of the track that you can just go over and get to the other side. Hold on, I feel a little nauseous.
So fast. I heard that you had a plan.
Yeah. Beauty.
Kill it,
Let's do
boss.
it.
Yeah.
Rad. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now.
Okay. Was I supposed to help in any of this?
No.
Okay. You got this. I'm going to get a good shot.
So yeah, my plan is to use my body to pull the tracks closer together, my body and my bike, to pull the tracks closer together so that either they can connect or I can at least be the part of the track that Trip can go over.
All right, roll for it.
Do I get any kind of special thing because this is I'm being gritty? Gritty, like the monster with the big eyes. Yay!
Oh God.
Gritty.
I get it.
No,
I like
this
hockey.
been
Look, I know this reference
Hockey.
in game finally.
I'm Canadian. I know hockey things.
She doesn't get much references, so she knows
If
gritty.
you want, you can add boost to that. You can also, if you want to, you have boost and kick. You can just say if you want to add a boost, you get to add a d6. You also technically have a free d6 to use because donation came in. So.
Oh yeah, I will use the free d6. I will double free d6. Yes, I did say that right.
Okay, so mark boost just because you're going to do that, and then you're going to take a d6 that was from the 6. So that means 3. Oh,
I think that means I'm out of boosts.
Okay. And you can refresh boost when you fail
when
a roll.
I fail a roll, which I'll never do ever. Okay, come on, dice.
And fail.
2 6s.
I'm going to say that's a critical. You do describe it to me. Like you close the gap. Describe that. What does it look like?
So I zoom down from the higher up point where I am, and I think the gap is right at the bottom of the loop-to-loop. So if you were to try and hit the loop-to-loop, you would just go crashing and be this Final Destination 3 situation.
Oh my God, what a reference.
I'm trying real hard. So I think what I do is I do exactly what I say. I take the rest of that grappling hook rope that I still have, and I tie myself to the end of the track that's on my side, and I dangle down using my bicycle, my BMX. I reach over and I kind of catch the broken part of the track on the other side with my awesome strong BMX, and with my awesome strong muscles, I do that thing. Like in, this is not an 80s, 90s movie reference, but in the, which one is it? Winter Soldier? Anyway, when Captain America is doing the holding on to the helicopter and holding on to the thing, and his muscles are real, yeah, I do that. And as I'm doing that, I'm looking down and I'm looking straight at Raven. Just like, pulling this together. And I think I do manage to basically connect it rather than have to bodily be. Oh,
with the double person. 6, you somehow just do that, and you see Raven, and he looks at you as a crowd of people do, because a bunch of people are now watching the 4 of you. He had a drink in his hand; it just drops. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. And I think my
and
muscles
also, he
do
looks
an extra
so bad that you're doing that.
End.
You look so badass doing it. So, for my sake, we have 2 of you on a higher elevated track, and then 2 of you who have literally physically closed the gap. I'm going to say with the 2 that are lower, you find that the track has a point where you both even out, basically, so you can all be grouped together again if you so decide. With that, you have, I'm going to jump a little bit. You do that. You follow the track, lead it down. You don't really have another gap in the area. The next major one, though, is when you do kind of get near the top. Again, this is when you finally notice how far the billboard is. There is somehow in this weird space that makes no sense, because it is what it is. there is a full, beautiful half pipe at the top of the roller coaster. It's not even part of the roller coaster. It's floating right next to it, like just perfectly. You see some people somehow, you see like a cloud just go by. That's literally a person, not on skates or anything. Just sees the four of you, gives you a wave like, what's up? And just starts floating away. Yeah, you just peace and they're like, yeah, peace, man. Woo. They just start floating down to where the others are. This half pipe, it's seen better days. In order to get to the billboard, which I'm changing it now, the billboard's actually, you're going to have to do a way where you have to literally get on the half pipe and physically ride high enough to actually reach the billboard. It's about 10 to 15 feet floating above the half pipe. How do you do it? Or what's your approach?
Okay, the half pipe's like a little higher than us off the track, and then the billboard's above the half pipe.
Yeah, the half pipe's like maybe is right next to the track, and then to get to the billboard, you're going to have to literally have someone ride it in order to get high enough to even touch it or put something on it.
Okay.
And I'm going to say the closer you are now, it's just like they have a giant annoying sticker on it with that exact logo you set up the controller. It's just combo breaker.
Look at those guys.
It's not
Okay.
even a good logo. It looks so meh.
So I think what Trip is going to do, as they've really not had to do much of anything, they've just been walking behind like, thanks, man, and then just hops on their board and just gently rides along. I think it's going to like run back. Sorry, I got distracted. My dog is sleeping and her tongue out, and it's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna like run back a bit to wherever I can get like some really good momentum on the actual like track, and then hop on my board. Yeah. I thought about adding more chaos to it. I'm gonna stick with the normal amount. Yeah, I just want to get like scooted back, have Doobie like push me, give me a little run and start, and get as much momentum as I can. I'll pull my grappling hook out of my bag, and I want to like get enough momentum that I can hop on the trail, like off the rail onto this half pipe, and then use that momentum to then start flying up the half pipe towards the billboard and like fling out my grappling hook to try and like hook into the billboard to like give me the rest of the pull up.
We're going to take this in 3 steps.
Yeah.
I can't just say yes to all that.
Yeah.
And because I want to be cheeky as always, I have a track and it's literally just the word art. So it's a 3-step process. Roll your die to see how you land on the half pipe.
Okay. So do I get to add anything because Doobie's helping? Is that how the robotic companion works?
Yeah, you can, if you want. If Doobie, if I remember correctly, you can add boost and kick from your companion. So yeah, he's helping you. If you want to add a D6, you can do that. And also, you already have 2 D6, so now you can make it 3 D6.
Yeah, now I got 3. All right, cool, baby. 5 is my highest.
Sweet. Doobie probably pushes you forward. It helps. Just like woof. I can't help it. That's amazing. Just woof. Nudges you with his face or their face, whatever. Yeah, their face. And you probably weren't prepared for that. So you fly forward. And again, gravity's weird. So it's not like real life where you're going to go, immediately falling. It's more like you float a little bit towards the half pipe. You don't land gracefully. You kind of.
I'll get some more momentum going.
Well, I'm going to say you land on the top of it and you kind of accidentally don't judge the landing correctly. So you do full on lightly crash to the top of the pipe. So you can note this if you so choose. But what I'm going to do is add a point of trouble.
Okay.
And then for a slam, because I'm going to add that you add a slam, which is you kind of bruised your arm, like your hand when you landed, because you probably tried to land with your hands first, which you should never do in real life. But yeah, you have, if you want, you can have a bruised hand. You can also nope it.
Loosey goosey, like drunk people never get as hurt when they fall. Same vibes.
Yeah. For the next roll, which I will say, we'll do it all in one go because it's just easier. For the next roll, it's going to be riding the half pipe.
Yeah.
And getting enough height to then grapple.
Yeah.
So how do you? So again, you want to ride it and get enough air, grapple, and then go basically to the billboard, correct?
Yeah. I'm about to
Okay.
Spider-Man, but with my grappling
My
hook.
question is for the other 3: is anyone recording this?
Oh, I mean, I got a camera following me too.
I know you
And
got a
Duke
camera,
is
but I want to know:
watching.
do they have a camera?
Hell yes. I have
Okay,
given
sure.
Rupert, who is the axolotl, my phone and is getting an aerial shot. As
I have like my phone in my pocket to get like first person point of view.
I'm dangling below the track still on my little grappling hook with my bike, and I have my phone open and I'm sending a live stream, but my live stream is specifically to Ange.
I love this so much. You're all great. Love chaos. You're doing all that, and so for Trip, give me that next action roll to see how you do.
Okay.
And again, it's always 2d6.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
Okay.
I got snake eyes.
Oh, I love that. You should keep that. It's
Nope,
great.
not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. That's a 6. That one I'll keep. I'll keep the 6.
But
It was
Snake
a
Eyes
6
is so much
and
more
another
fun.
1 though. So glad I get
The
two
GM
dice.
wants Snake Eyes. That would have been so much fun.
Well, Nate, you are able to add a complication
Oh,
due to
wait,
a donation.
I
You are
am.
able
You
to
can
add
pick
a
my head
complication.
You know what? Do I want to be that mean? I'm going to say, no, I have an idea in my head for this, so it's fine. I'm going to say for now, you do it. How much air do you get, you think? Like, because again, gravity here makes no sense, so it could be higher than 10 to 15 feet.
12 billion. No, I mean like there's like
you just go flying off into space.
Yeah, no, it's like, goes up, it starts kind of doing just like little kind of like, flips upside down, kind of grabs hold to the edge of the half pipe, does a little spin, goes back. I don't, does a 385 kick flip fakey and shit, and shows off for a hot minute, but then we'll like really start to try and gain that momentum and starts like swinging the grappling hook to like give even like an extra oomph of momentum. And like, yeah, I just want to get as high as I can to like be able to hook that into some sort of like bit of it to like, one, pull me up if I need to a little more, but also give a little bit of a lead for my buddies falling behind with a
Sure. And
rope.
for the final roll, we're going to roll for the grappling hook. See how well you're able to connect.
Do I get anything for using the gear or no?
That is a good question. Let me check, because thank you for asking that. I want to make sure. Actually, give me 1 second. Vamp for me.
Thank you, everybody, for donating. We have even more fun complications once we kind of get into this nonsense. I'm trying to make it big. Oh God, does that say 1,325?
Yeah, we hit
so
more
many
than
tabs
25%.
Oh my God! Thank you, everyone. It's not written this way, but I'm going to say it anyways. If you're going to use your grappling hook, just add a d6. I think that makes sense to me. So I'm going to let you roll 3 because chaos. I'm going to say, though, in the process before you roll, if you get a 1 or 3, it's really not going to go well. Like, it's not going to connect at all. It's going to...
You know what? I'm not a fucking shooby, Matt. I'm going to use my insta crit. My insta success. I almost forgot I had it.
Thank you, Matt, but also, damn it.
I only got 2 2s and a 4, so I'm glad I used it.
Good, because if that was 1 or 3, you would have just completely missed, and I would have made that a lot more trouble. Yeah, you describe it to me. You connect, but describe how cool it works. I'm going to say that because it's an instant success too. It's super cool.
Yeah. So does some moves, gets that grappling hook, and I like this grappling hook. It's not just like this ain't some like Laura Croft, Nathan Drake, boring ass grappling hook. Oh my God, no! This is like some hot pink rope, and that same holographic, like very shiny, is the hook. It's all from my sponsors, so which I do hit live on my from my point of view here. Start to fling it. One hand, pull out energy drink, crack it open with my thumb, and just like down the entire thing mid-air. My board is like flipping in all different directions under me, as then I grab it, kind of like land back on the board, flip around the billboard, and then back down on top of the thing, just absolutely ripping into that sticker of theirs as I'm like falling down, coming back around.
Because I'm curious, because you had this as a sticker on your board, if I remember correctly. Yeah. How many people are watching that stream?
Oh, yeah.
That's a counter on it. That's in real time changing.
Yeah. I mean, I think like I had the doobie view going. So it was just like a real like further. Yeah, there's Doobie Cam. That's everybody's favorite because they get to hear his commentary. Because his commentary is just in chat because he can't think. He just can't talk. He just only woofs. So we've had the doobie view, but then when it switches to this and you get like that mix of like the cool ass like point of view and stuff, you know, we're probably hitting like, let's say, you know, I'm just a punk ass little kid, like 1,325 and counting followers or viewers. Right, that's what I mean.
All right. I'm not going to say no because you use an automatic success.
1330. It's going up.
Yeah. For the others, so now you're connected to the billboard. My main question I want to ask, because I feel like I asked this and I didn't get an answer, which is fine. I just want to make sure of this. For the art or the tag that you're going to do, is it graffiti? Is it a sticker? What is it?
I think it should be graffiti. I feel like that's more badass.
Sick. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
And you know what? Cool. Just in case.
Got like stencils and shit and make it real fancy.
One of the things in my gear bag is something everyone else forgot. I brought all of our spray can gear.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And our stencil.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a perfect stencil of the exact logo that Taylor literally made for this game, which is awesome.
Perfect. I'm going to go to the HSC campaigns tab, see it in our Discord.
Also, for Amanda, just so you know, because I was checking what the donation stuff is, you also have an automatic success if you so choose to use.
Oh, yeah. See, I love to suffer, so I never choose that, but I need to.
Yeah. And there's still, if anyone wants, we have at least 5 added D6s if you so choose. Also 2 free rerolls for whoever decides to take it. For the others who are not connected to the billboard at the moment, do you all try to get up there, or is some of you staying down below? What you doing?
I'll throw the rope to anyone that needs a boost.
I think, you know what we should do, because it'll look really cool. When you throw the rope down, I'll throw my bag with the spray cans up. It'll be like in the movie RRR, where the 2 guys were doing the thing on the bridge, but like backwards. It'll look cool.
I love that. Give me a roll. That's awesome. And I will say, just because that sounds so cool, add a D6.
Thank you.
I'm just going to say do that for free, because I think that's just cool as heck.
Well, you know what? I rolled snake eyes, so I'm going to take my guaranteed win on this one.
I'll be nice. I won't cause complications on that. Yeah,
you know I do love a complication, though, so you can.
Oh, I know, but no. If you're taking that automatic success, I'm letting you do that because I want you to be able to have fun with it. So you do exactly as you said you want to do. You get right up there as well. You have as you said, you have the thing everyone forgot, which is you have would you say it's like a backpack filled with the graffiti cans and the stencil?
It's a fanny pack full of our graffiti cans and stuff, but it's a really big fanny pack. It's sequined. It has a Lisa Frank, the Lisa Frank tiger on it. You know, the tiger one, the little tiger pup, cat, kitten, whatever. And it has rainbows and it's sequins. It's beautiful. And it has all of our...
It's impossible not to notice it because it is the most stylish darn thing up at the top.
It's so stylish.
Yeah, you're up there with Trip. As for the other 2, Hawthorne, Cleo, do you go up there? What you do?
Yeah, I'll head on up. Like, it's always good to get a group picture on such a success like that.
Yeah. Give me a roll. And I would say I had a fun idea with this, if you're okay with it. If you want, I feel like that photon cannon, you can also use it to help you get more like launch speed, I guess, to just get up there. Yeah. Like you can use the grapple rope that like Trip gave as well. But I also was just thinking like, that's a cool implementation of that. And I don't care if the book says maybe it's not written that way. I think that's fun if you want to use your chair however you so choose to help you out anyway.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I'll use it as like the force, like the rocket just to go across. That sounds
I will
fantastic.
say roll 2d6.
Okay. All right. A 6 and a 1. So
Nice.
did it.
Also, don't, because I know Amanda's gonna be like, "Don't you have bites?" Like, "Oh, don't worry, it's on my mind." You get up, Skypie. You get up there.
So I think that like there's like at least a little bit of a like gosh, what would it be? I don't know what they call it, like when you're at the airplane strip that you're going on. There's basically a section of track that's pretty flat and straight that like has a slight curve up, and I just will like get it started and then blast the photon cannon and just use that force just to rock it up, do a backflip, and then land on the platform where that billboard is.
Add one style because the trick looks awesome. That's amazing. And Hawthorne, last one.
I'm gonna have to gain momentum going up and down the half pipe. I'm gonna stop on the side that's kind of away from the billboard. Is anybody looking in our direction? Is the crowd watching anything like that?
You have a bunch of people down there you can see from a distance. Like, they're pretty far away at this point, but you can tell they're looking at you. And obviously, I'm going to say yes, Adelaide's looking at you.
Okay. Hawthorne, like a fucking 5-year-old, just like the biggest grin, seeing Adelaide looking, and is like waving wildly. There's no semblance of cool. They have lost all pretense of being somebody that is like not just the most bleeding heart kid. Like he wears his heart on his sleeve. Is just like smiling and grinning and waving. I would like to just kind of gain momentum the classic way up and down the half pipe to be able to scramble my way up. But when I do get up there, well, this is a little bit of a stretch. I like to think we've been doing this for a while. I would like to think that like if I launch off my board, there's a way for my board to get back to me. Like it's not just gonna like go flying away. We've got like some kind of recall something situation with the boards. Because I would like to once again try to use my shoes, because now that I know that they work but only kind of work, I want to figure out how it works. So I would like to gain some momentum, and I'm gonna launch up, and you would probably see Hawthorne kind of phase in and out very inconsistently, but I would like to just kind of like grab onto the edge of the billboard, like gain enough momentum to be able to do that and pull myself up. I don't know if it's going to work with the shoes, but please don't make me lose my board. If I have to choose from one or the other, I'm keeping the board.
Give us a roll. I will say, because of the way you described all that, make it 2d6 as well. Probably not doing the game correctly this way. I don't care. That just sounded awesome. I don't want to make you just roll 1d6.
We still have rerolls.
Yes.
Wait, let me check.
Yeah, everyone has their individual.
We do, because there's still ones that were.
Oh no, you still have your individual one, and then
and there's also two and I there's 2 in the pool. Yeah, so yeah.
I'm gonna use my reroll because that was also 2 1s. I don't know what's happening, y'all, but I'm getting really nervous.
We're getting so many snake eyes. I don't want to prove.
That's okay. That's a 5.
5.
I'm getting close.
What were the 2 things you said you didn't want to happen?
Oh, I don't want to lose. I don't want to fall, and I don't want to lose my board. So if I have to choose between those two.
I don't want you to lose your board either, because I don't want to ruin a skateboard.
I love a complication. I'm just gonna die for the board if that's what you tell me.
I'm gonna say. Well, actually, I was gonna say what happens more is you said you were phasing in and out as you do this.
Yeah.
You don't phase out at all. You're just completely visible the entire time you do that. You don't lose your board because I don't want to do that. Yeah, so you're visible the entire time. I'm gonna say
you just see this board in the air. We're like, what?
You know what?
Oh
this
shit!
Is a weird, you know what? Because of this, I feel like this is a weird trouble slam to give you for a slam. If you so take it, just put down really embarrassed right now.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
And if you want, again, you can nope out of that saying, no, I don't feel embarrassed. This is awesome. But I just feel like that's a weird trouble in a slam, and I just feel like it makes sense.
God, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to take that.
Okay, sweet. Just want to make sure. All of you you're at the billboard. What should you doing next? You have that giant stencil with graffiti. Is it one of you doing that, or is it all of you at once? I kind of figure it might be all of you, but I want you to decide that.
I feel like if it's big enough, then we need to teamwork this one, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, this is fun. I didn't think this would actually happen, but I love this. We're going to do this as a group roll. The way it'll work is one of you will roll, and then if the others decide to add boost to that, they may so do, and that person will add that amount of dice. But it's going to be one person rolling for all of you.
What if I don't have the ability to give boost?
I'm going to say you can add. I'll let you do it. You're fine. I'll be nice. Just this.
All right, I'll let you not be nice. So we have to use some of our points.
Yeah. I don't have any
case,
boost left.
No. Okay.
But I think I still have a Narvana.
Yes, you do. You didn't you use that? No, you used it because you had a double ones. You just used that. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have the opportunity to give a boost if somebody else wants to roll.
We've got 2 re-rolls and 5 in the pool.
You're fine. I think you'll do fine on this.
Will be okay.
I haven't used any of my boosts yet. So
I might try and think of a way to flirt fund it too. I gotta think for a second.
I hope this ends with you just flirting with Raven for no reason other than like frenemies.
Friends, enemies to lovers is a wonderful, wonderful trope.
But who is going to make this roll for the group?
Like, okay, what's our plan on how we're going to do this? Like, who's doing what?
Yeah. Only trust me with like the base stuff. Give me the big stencil to like white out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I got that.
Who's good at details? I'll do the details thing. I'm pretty ambitious. I'm pretty in there. I can do details. I feel like this is where Amanda shows that she has no idea how art works.
I mean, like we probably need someone to get to like the more dangerous areas.
Yeah.
I think the guts would definitely do that. If you have
Yeah,
someone
you gotta
that's
get
gonna
up
do
on
like
top
the main like art, like the big pieces, and then you've got detail work as well as like oversight. Because like if you're working on a small section and you don't see the big picture of it.
Yeah. I'm gonna just do like the white out there, like get us a good base, and then I'm just gonna like record this.
And that means, I guess, that Hawthorne, you got to make sure that this is all looking cohesive and together, like an actual team effort, and not like we're all just doing little things.
That is where the heart thrives. I got this.
I feel like we need a Captain Planet moment right now. Like, go Planet.
Yeah. 100%. So who's going to do the roll? I just want to ask, is it Amanda? No?
I can do it. How many dice am I doing?
Is anyone going to provide boost to that?
Yes.
6.
Boost.
I cannot. I don't have any.
There's some in the pool that I think you can still use.
If I'm doing this main roll, do I just get 2 D6?
Oh crap, you are, aren't you? Yes, you can.
You want to use any from the pool? We got 4.
Yeah, let's use one. Why not?
One more from the pool.
We have 4.
Listen, I played a lot of Trophy. I know for real, there's no way that this is going to go bad. It's going to go bad.
I'm going to add this.
Remember when I rolled all of these and none of them were a 6 and only one was a 5? It could still go bad.
If you crit, I'm going to let you describe how incredible the art looks in as much detail as you want.
Right.
But it's like, and I'll add on top of that. But I'm just saying, if you get a crit, I want to add extra stuff to it, is all I'm going to say. So take a roll.
Okay, there's 1 6. There's one creeper.
You got 1 6? Phew.
There's 1, 2, 3, 3, 6.
Wow, that almost went real bad. Thank you so much, people donating.
Yeah, you just saved them.
This was the extra.
Oh, Lord.
Give me 1 second. All right. With that, God, you're so lucky on that. I love that, but I also hate it, but I'm also proud of you. So never mind. I'm not going to take that away from you because that was amazing. Just how you had a wave of emotions. Describe how you all work together to make your artwork go up. And I'm going to say it's not small. It covers almost the entirety of this billboard.
Yeah. I hold up the stencil, maybe get like someone else to help, and then I just like put a white spray paint can into Doobie's mouth, and he just and sprays in between the stencil, and then I just go like sit off the edge and kick my feet and get some good shots. So then, what do y'all do?
I lean in and I say to the crew, before you go off to get the good shots, before we do a little huddle.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going very far. Yeah.
And I kind of huddle in. Okay, everybody. What time is it right now? 2 hours and 10 minutes ago, we started playing a little game. And we're going to go up there and finish it. That's a Jumanji quote.
So,
Oh my god. Yes, thank you for that.
Yeah, I think I starting where Trip, like I'm kind of going right behind Trip and filling in the details just as fast as I can. I'm still a little high off of this energy drink, like caffeine high. Just filling in all the little details and then kind of zooming out to see if it looks good and turning around and giving Hawthorne a thumbs up, thumbs down. Like, are we good? We good? What's up? What's going on? Sideways? Is it sideways? I don't know what that means.
Just like draw that line a little bit farther out to the right, and Rupert's there kind of guiding you over.
Yeah, and it's solid teamwork.
And it looks amazing. It is huge. It's loud. It's fantastic. And you hear cheers coming from where everyone is down below. I'm going to say cheekily, McMax, you probably get a message from Raven. It's just like, all right, I got your prize. Find me when you can. And I want, because I have so much bite, I need to start using it. I'm going to spend 2 bite. Can one of you roll 2d6 for me? Because I'm going to introduce a challenge.
I got it.
And tell me the combined total.
7. That was a 6 and a 1.
7. So there's literally a table called challenges, and with a 7, I either one of these two will happen, and I'm going to be open about it because I feel like this is the type of game you should always be open about it, and then I will decide which one makes the most sense. Either snitches, an authority talks with your families about your behavior, auto-triggering everyone's next family beat, which could be an interesting epilogue, or invasion, something followed you home, do nothing and displease rescue or doorways, or try to fix it and risk incriminating yourself even more. I kind of want to go with snitches only because you're live streaming this, and that means by live stream, because this is how I think this world works, people back in the regular world can totally see this, and there's probably a parent figure who you maybe don't like or maybe don't know about who has told one of your parents that you're doing this right now.
Mom, that bitch Sharon.
Yeah, totally.
Susan, it was Susan, I think. Fuck Susan.
Yeah, it's Susan's their nickname, but their real name's Ange.
No, it's Angie's mom.
Yeah, it's Angie's mom, Susan.
Angie's
it's
mom.
All at this point where I'm going to say, as you're at the top celebrating this victory, because now I want to add a fun random element. All of you notice that the strobe lighting below kind of goes to red warning lights, and you just hear this loud noise. It's almost like an alarm bell going off, and you just realize everyone stops, and they look up. And because I just think this would be fun visually, out of nowhere, it's like, because I just want to make this weird. There's like tiny flying saucers that just come out of nowhere, and you start seeing like your most typical B-movie like beam of light shooting down, and you see a peacock just gets immediately sucked up into the spaceship, and you immediately see all your friends being like, okay, now's the time to get the hell out of here. So now we're in a point where I'm going to say, this is a chase. You need to get off the top of the roller coaster and get back down to where everyone else is running out of the portal that just got opened up. And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to make this simple because I just think I want to keep it that way because I don't want to run too long. The word is run. I need everyone, and this is going to apply for all of you, one at a time, roll a d6, and we'll see how you do getting off the roller coaster, getting back to where everyone is trying to get the hell out of here now. Because literally, as sad as this is for especially Hawthorne, who is seeing animal critter friends that are really cute, you see some of them just like, what? And they're gone. And then you see a cloud just trying to float away, and it's not quick enough, and it just goes, no.
While we're dealing with this, real quick, thank you for the raid, Kai Hawkeye. Welcome in, everybody. Hope that your stream went amazingly. We're playing some Slugblaster, raising some money for charity, elevated access. We got giveaways. We got all sorts of fun stuff. Where's putting some exclamation points in chat? I'm not going to bore you all with the wonderful details. Just know we're going to have a beautiful, awesome, amazing giveaway at the end. So if you want a chance to win some Witcher PDF and more things over the next 2 weeks, check out that giveaway info alert right there.
Yeah. So again, the word I have is run. We're going to do this one at a time. Whoever wants to go first, then we'll go down the list. You're all going to roll, make an action roll. You're all going to tell me whatever way you want to add to it, by all means. But basically, I don't know if I want you to fill up the word. No, I don't want you to fill up the word. The goal is to not let me cross the word off, because if I do, you don't get out quick enough. Because that's how I need to be a little more complicated with this. So it's a short word of just run. If you are not able to run away or get out of the range quick enough, I'll let you know what happens. I'll keep it vague for now. So whoever wants to roll, if you want to do it, we could also just do this as a group roll, like 3 times. I think that might be more fun, but that's up to you.
I think
You can also, if you so choose. No, I already know what will happen if actually, I will tell you. If the word fills up, you're going to have to take your ray guns out and start shooting at them.
that's fine.
No. Oops.
You can also use your ray
Round
guns
one.
as a means of succeeding on your rolls, because you all get boost from that too. So if you want to shoot and run, you can totally do that.
Yeah, I think I look down. I look around across at my crew as I think we just finished our beautiful graffiti painting, covering up the horrible logo with our awesome logo, and I see that we're all safe, and I immediately look down to see where Raven is, and I think I'm just gonna turn to the rest of you and say, too fast, too fakey? Let's go.
Hell yeah.
And I'm gonna zoom down the decline part of the roller coaster. What I'm hoping for is that I'll get enough momentum going that I can fly off the tracks at another broken spot, and maybe land on one of these flying saucers that's come down low, so that I can get a high point up and start ray gunning anything bad that's happening.
Roll. Do you want?
I'm a
that's an
BMX.
individual. Yeah, that's an individual roll. Clearly, roll a d6, and you can if you want to add, again, you can add boost to that if you so choose.
I would actually like to use a flirt fund point by yelling out, Raven, I'm coming for you, but in like a nice way and not a. I think it comes off a little aggressive.
Face flushes like, wait, what?
It comes off a little aggressive because I don't really know any other way to talk to him yet, but working on that.
Yep.
All right.
He looks at you confused, but also, okay. You guys really need to get out here. We need to go now.
That's a 5.
5. You add a point of trouble, because I want you to do that. I'm gonna be nice about it anymore. I think I want to add trouble to this. You land on the saucer. You try to shoot however you can.
I got my water gun, ray gun out. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, I don't know how guns work, obviously. I'm Canadian, you guys. I don't know how this stuff works. Pew, pew, pew. I assume. Good lord.
When in doubt, I don't know how this works.
I don't know.
Use that in daily life. I think that'd be great.
I do it all the time.
You try to shoot and your gun jams. So you're just chilling on the saucer for now. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The others, obviously I'm assuming you follow suit, what you do. And it's exactly as Amanda said, it's like an incline going down, so you could just ride that incline. You could grind it if you want. But what do you do?
Oh man, yeah. Can I do some SSX tricky bullshit and grind and see that little counter tick 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 on my phone?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Boost.
Yeah, do it.
So they start to get like the little zing is getting louder.
If you roll a 6, I'm just going to say
Gold.
out of nowhere, you just hear, it's tricky.
Fuck yeah.
Because I can't not. I love that game.
It's so good.
I have 3 on my Xbox, by the way. You can play it.
I did too. I re-got it with Game Pass. I was a 6. I got a 6 and a 5.
As I said, it's willed into being. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to add to that. You go down the incline. You even catch air. You do an amazing backflip. You even let the board flip in the air, and you just hear it shout out of nowhere, tricky, tricky, tricky. And everyone around you probably stops for a second.
Doobie.
Yeah, it's actually correct. And Doobie's just jumping right with you, and Doobie is the one saying it. Because once you said that, yeah, Doobie's saying it. And you're
Alex thinks he's like no expression either. He's just like,
yeah, but he's shouting tricky. Hawthorne. Cleo is next.
I would like to grind down the incline, but kick off partway through, and I kind of want to just ping pong down on the saucers and kind
I love that.
Stun them and send them flying as I'm going down and hitting each one, as many as I can hit.
Yeah, and again, you can add. Do you have kick? I believe you do. If you want to do that, I have a fun thing you can add to that for great effect if you decide to use kick.
I would love to use kick.
Okay, yeah, do that.
That's a 6.
Oh my god, these 6s. Because this came to mind. You said ping pong. I'm going to change it more like to pinball, where you hit them and out of nowhere, almost like video game Scott Pilgrim-y, just like a point counter pops up like 10 points, 100 points, 1,000 points,
Yes.
2,000 points, and then you land and you're like, it just explodes into confetti.
That is perfect.
Cleo. And then after Cleo, I will go back up to McMax to address the standing on the saucer with your ray gun not working.
So I think Cleo is like very much like watching, making sure everyone else is getting down okay. And is gonna kind of try and position herself closer to McMax. And I think, we're going to use the photon cannon launch. It's going to be like 3, 2, 1, and then it just goes, and it's like slides down. So hopefully we can do that with style.
Yeah, give it a try.
Oh, we do not do that with style.
I think you still have rerolls.
Okay.
Got 2 rerolls.
Even though deep down I'm like, complications are great, but I'm a good GM. I don't want to be mean.
I will use the donated rerolls because we love them so much. Okay. Nope, the dice said a fail is going to happen because I got a 2 and then a 3. So,
guys, can we get some more rerolls or maybe like some insta successes? That'd be super cool. Okay, thanks. Goodbye.
That was very New Jersey, also New York there.
I don't know what it was. It's now got a little British.
Oh, it's a little British too. I appreciate that. Give me a second. I want to think about this. Okay.
Oh, and it's 60 till we hit 1.4. So, like, you could give us cool things. I turned into Screw. Hey, everybody, you want to give us some
Oh, God. No. Different game entirely. Deep down now, I'm like, can that be how the peacock sounds? Like, hey, how you doing? Actually, no. I'm going to change it because you brought this up in our...
Getting abducted
This is
by
going to make no
aliens.
sense for anyone watching, but I'm going to do this anyways. No, they all have... Because you talked about Natasha Leone in the Discord, and all I could think is like, yeah, you know, they just talk like this, and they
I
sound...
love it. I wish I could do it.
Mark a point of trouble. I'm going to go with a very interesting one, which is you launch off into the air unexpectedly, and you actually shoot past McMax, and the cannon just shot a little too far, and now you're kind of just free floating, and when you do land, that's when... I'm sorry, this is a little mean. That's when both wheels are just locked in place, and your actual signature item, because I only want to make a complication, it's kind of dependent on using the wheels. They don't move at the moment. They're just jammed in place. You can still hover and move, but the wheels itself are jammed in place.
all right. Yeah, I just float, and I'm just like trying to figure it out. And then I see Damien. I'm just like, motherfucker, I'm just trying to get it working.
For my run track, I'm gonna cross off the R because that's 1 point on it. McMax, your ray gun isn't working. You're just floating on a saucer that, again, every now and then beaming up Cloud or Peacock people, which, what a weird sentence to say out loud on a Saturday night. What do you do?
It's a pretty normal Saturday night for...
Okay.
This is a normal Saturday for the four of you. This isn't weird.
Here's my plan.
Specifically the Peacocks.
Yeah, tell me your plan.
Trips. It's the name.
I want to get down to the ground.
Yeah.
And I think the way I'm going to do that, because I know the ground's a bit bouncy, but I also don't want to sink right in and just become part of the cloud forever, because I feel like that could be a thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on my bike. I mean, I'm already on my bike. I'm always on my bike. But I'm going to get on my bike. I'm going to lock I have the pedal locks in. Don't use those unless you're very, very careful and have really good safety gear on, because if you fall off, you can't stabilize yourself. So I'm going to lock my feet into my pedals and make sure my helmet is nice and sturdy. And I'm going to take out my multiverse maps, which is one giant map.
Oh, it's huge.
It's so big. And I'm going to use that as a parachute.
Oh, I love that.
And what I'm hoping that'll work is if I'm going down too fast, I can let go of the parachute and instead grab out the cans of spray paint and aim them downwards as like thrusters.
Yeah.
If I'm going too fast.
Add a d6, so roll 2d6. That's awesome. And if you actually, you know what, if you get a 6 on this, add 2. I'll let you add 2 style.
Oh, dang.
That's just cool.
Got a 6.
Okay, add 2 style. I'm not holding back. You do just that. What colors come out of the spray can?
Taylor, what colors were in our logo?
We got like some pinks. We got some like some mixes. Let me look at it. Let me look at it one more time.
I know you posted it, but I'm afraid it'll take me forever to find it.
Yeah, we got some like kind of like a pinkish orange, a yellow, and like bright blues. 2 different blues.
I feel like the pink, very specifically because the pink streamers on my BMX and the pink streamers on my ray gun, I think as I'm falling, the pink streamers just sort of fly up and they look extra long, like weird tentacles, which fits in this weird world. And I think the pink spray paint, it kind of just goes up and it cascades around me like an arc, like a bad AI painting. Which are all AI paintings.
Yeah, accurate. It looks exactly like that, and you land and you look cool as can be. The 4 of you are together, and this is where I'm going to have the last roll, I believe. And it's the most interesting one, which is I want you individually just to tell me how much trouble did you each individually accrue? 1. 0, 1, 2. In that case, Kian, you don't have to make this roll at all. Amanda, Taylor, and Mary. The amount of trouble you have, roll that number of d6. Let me know what the highest total is. Because when you end a run, you tabulate disaster for the run, and that dictates how your run ends. Which either you get 2, okay. 2, 4, okay. I will address the 2s last because I need to make sure of this. For Cleo, I'm going to keep swapping names. I apologize. For Mary, you had a close call. You avoid disaster, but mark 1 trouble. I'm going to say for the trouble, it's because your wheels. It has to be that. Even when you're hovering away, it's one of those things where every now and then the hovering just hitches and makes it stop. And it's just one of those like, really, this is not the opportune time to have this happening. So you get out, but it's like just barely by like a little bit. As for the 2 who got 2s, give me a second. I'm going to each have you do this because I think this is more fun. Roll a d6. Tell me what you get.
On the
because there's a table, and I love. Yeah, so just roll one. No, just 1. Not for you this time.
Oh
just
yeah, I meant
one.
like the 2s, the people that rolled 2s.
Oh yeah, 2. Yep. So 1. You both got 1. Oh, at least you're both consistent. I appreciate this. And my complication, because I have bite, I'm gonna say you can't reroll these. Because that's just mean, but I need to do it.
Can I just
one is
slam
basically
into the spaceship too?
Yeah, actually, funny enough, disaster ideas. If you get a 1, injury, you incur or finally notice a serious injury, you need to get to a hospital.
Oh no!
I'm gonna say, Hawthorne, you get out just fine. To the point where you even have one of the, so I just want to do this because I think this is cute. Your companion flies along with you, shows you exactly where to go, and even one of the peacocks as you're going by, just like, I just want you to know that was really cool what you did.
Just want you to know.
Beaming. I'm so happy.
Yeah. For Cleo, again, you just barely get to the portal right before things hit the fan. As for the other 2, what do you think is a good injury you incur as you hit the portal? Do you take the injury before you get into the portal, or is it in the middle of transporting through the portal, or is it after you land out?
I have a
want you to
pitch.
tell me. Yeah, please pitch it. I want to have it be more like this because I think it's more fun for you to decide what that injury is, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, because I was just like rocketing down, gaining so much speed. My like ding, 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 viewers are going off. Things are going wild. I'm not fully paying attention to how fucking fast I'm going and how quick that this disassemble, like not in operation roller coaster is about to end. And then I just hear from Doobie, watch out. And I'm like, what? Fly off the edge. Just like, there's a curve. I'm going too fucking fast. I think I do a little tumble and like ping pong off of like the top of the aliens saucers. Like, Max perfectly making their way down. Everything's perfectly fine. They hit, they're like biking, they're going, they're like straight for it. And I've just been skidding. I did the skip rock, but not cool at all. And just slam into the back of McMax and force us both through the portal in just like a mix of like metal and way too much speed. Just collide.
I'm going to say it happens like
them.
that. And what do you want to list as your slam for that or your injury?
Man, there's so many ways I could have hurt myself in that entire thing.
Keep it simple. It's technically something that could land you in the hospital. I don't want to be that extreme. I'm just going to say you did get hurt, but like in what way? Like sprain? I'd say a sprain makes sense, but that's up to you.
Yeah, maybe there's a little like dislocated shoulder that just Doobie's got to pull back.
There we go. I'm going to say for now, though, it's just, you have dislocated. You popped your shoulder out. I'm going to say that happened. Amanda.
I would like to... use my flirt fun point, because I think we have one left.
I'm going to say we do, yeah. We have a couple, actually, if I remember correctly.
Hold on, let me think. Yeah, when Trip hits me and knocks me through the portal, it's because I've dived in front of Trip in order to push Raven out of the way into safety.
And I was aiming for Raven as much as I could in my free fall.
You were trying.
I was like,
no! I can't get Ange, but Raven's pretty close.
You know what? I'm going to add this because whether you want him to see this or not, they notice that you do that. And it's one of those weird, they're now very much staring at you, conflicted, like, wait, I thought you didn't like me. And now their face is like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, now it's this anime thing where like I'm kind of on top of him, but my helmet's all banged in. Luckily, I was wearing it. Safety first, children. If I wasn't wearing my helmet, I would have something worse than a concussion. But I have a concussion, and so my pupils are just blown, and I'm just like
concussion. Yeah. And then for him, if he had a character sheet, his slam would be conflicted feelings.
Yeah.
Frenemies? Question mark?
I don't know.
As all of you get out of the portal, I figure that challenge I said where someone snitched on you, that's where I'm going to bring that to the forefront, which is 4 of you get out. One, when you all 4 of you get out, you have a group of everyone just cheering all of you, be like, dude, that was so cool. Did you see what you did? And then people are trying to push maybe have an energy drink as a form of cheers, man. Woo. It's at that moment where the 4 of you just notice your parent figure in your life is now come at the skate park, the edge of it, just looking at you, and they're all holding phones out of the live stream that you were taking or someone else had taken, and it's just this look of like, we need to talk.
You're muted.
So now the live stream is just a video of them showing us the live stream because it's still in my pocket view. And I'm like, as Doobie just pulls my shoulder straight, I'm like, oh.
Yep. And as much as I would love, if you want, we can all do an individual epilogue, but I feel like that's a good end.
That's a
Just
great
the parents
end.
being like, we need to talk. That's not cool. What is this slug blast? In my head, I hear him like, what is this slug blasting? Why are you doing this? Don't you know this is dangerous?
Can I ask for a little teeny epilogue? I just want a little tiny encounter between everybody and their rivals as we're all looking at each other and looking at the parents.
That's great. For you specifically as your parents, you probably don't notice them. Raven probably walks up to you and is like, that was really cool. And I didn't think you guys were going to actually do that, but here's your prize as promised. All of you can put down one component and add a mod to your signature item, all of you.
Finally.
The other one that I want to make fun, because I wrote this down, I figured this would be fun. Obviously, there's a crew sheet you can add as a faction, because I think this would be fun. During the stream, if you looked at it, Wilkie's energy drink actually was on the stream in the comments section. You can add a +1 faction with them.
I'm going to get so much bigger cut now.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the idea. If you want individuals with your rivals, I feel like that makes sense. Yeah, I'm with you, Amanda, on that. If all of you want an individual moment, because now I'm realizing we have to have a moment with Adelaide and Hawthorne.
Yes,
I need to resolve that. But I feel like I will save that for last. For now, I'll say for McMax and Raven, he just hands you that component stuff. It's like, that was cool. And his face flushes. It's like, yeah. He doesn't know how to talk to you anymore, like any queen boy
It
would.
was cool.
Yeah.
You're cool too.
I don't know how to respond to that. And he
And I think that's the first step in learning how to talk to each other. I think we're doing okay.
And it's just that awkward silence of head shaking back and forth the two of you. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna, yep, and just starts awkwardly walking away. For Trip, how does yours end with your rival? What do you do?
Who?
Your rival.
Me?
Yep.
Sorry, I was coughing. I couldn't hear words.
You're fine.
Yeah, I think we actually also get a little bit of a bonding moment as we're both standing side by side as our parents tag team scream at us because Ange came out of that portal too. Ange was in the background of my video. They know. And so we're both just like, shit, like just like, you could get hurt. What happened to your shoulder? And it's like going back and forth, and we're just like kind of like looking back and forth at each other. And I mean, I don't know. I've been trying to think of a good reveal for this. I think maybe Doobie comes out of the portal a little later than everybody. And will just kind of like come up and just sit down next to me. And then just looks, I was like, I'm sorry. As he now can talk, because I gave him that mod of where he's basically the smarts of a kid.
And if I remember correctly, she's the one I mentioned who looks like, oh yeah, Big Hero 6, because I couldn't help that. She looks at you as like, I'm sorry I snitched on you.
You fucking snitched?
I'm sorry.
I'm seeing red.
I know, but she looks at you with very big eyes like, I'm sorry. And she has very big sad eyes. And it's like, I'm really sorry. I was a little jealous that you were able to actually do that. I really liked the tag that I'd put up there.
You fucking shooby. Get out of my face.
She just walks closer to her mom. It's just like,
that could have been a moment we could have bonded. Snitch.
Yeah, and she ruined it because I wanted to. Because I'm sorry. Cleo, what's your ending with your rival look like?
I think as Cleo is like trying to fix the wheels, there's like this little nudge at the wheels and they kind of begin to work a little bit better. And I just look behind me and I just see Damien. And I think there's this glance, thanks. And it's this very awkward of like, we're never talking about this again, but the feud is slightly a little bit less. Like it is a acknowledgement of both of them trying to mend the family ties.
I'm going to say he doesn't even say anything. When you say that, it's just a head nod and just walks away. And Hawthorne, I have an idea, but I'd rather you say your own thing because I think that's more fun. So by all means, how does it go with Adelaide? What happens?
I mean, I don't know how Adelaide responds. I don't know exactly how the conversation goes. But Hawthorne invites Adelaide to a Fall Out Boy Panic at the Disco tribute show from a Battle of the Bands that's actually happened in Austin last night at Emo's. So that's what gave me the idea
of my high school crush.
I was so excited.
That makes me so happy because I saw Panic. I'm going to age myself 17 years ago on the July 4th. It was an amazing concert with also the Dresden Dolls. What a weird lineup. And also the Hush Sound too, which aren't even a band anymore. That was an amazing lineup. Adelaide, I'm going to say, because this is funny and it's a piece of the artwork in the book that I think it's for the Guts has this. Adelaide looks at you and it's like, okay, one, I'm in, but don't tell my mom that I have this. And they roll up their sleeve. They have a tattoo that's song lyrics from Fall Out Boy. It's like, they don't know I got this. Don't say anything. Shh. And they just look at you, give you a smile, give you a wink. It's like, I'll see you there. And then they just grab their hoverboard, start riding off. And they give you a very friendly wave as they ride away out of the park. And then you have your parent figure who's like, no, you have you know what? Your grandmother shows up. Is like, I'm a little disappointed in you, but also gives you a high five with the others not noticing. That was awesome. That's how we're going to end this tonight. Thanks, guys. That was awesome. That was my first time running that. First time for all of us playing it. But also, that was great. I can't believe how many 6s you all got. Darn it.
Yeah, we were rolling real
also,
good.
That's really good. Like, for the 4 of you, like, that's impressive.
I went
That's
into my
really
Wild
cool.
Sea game last night. It's infuriating as a GM.
Yeah, I know. But also as a GM, I'm just proud of all of you. That was so much fun.
I'm mean. I wanted to kill somebody. And they kept
I love that Amanda donated just to give me give me more bite. That made me laugh.
Love chaos. I play a lot of horror games.
I do too, but I was trying to figure out the best way to do it.
I want things to go real south. What's happening? We're rolling too good. I need to complicate matters.
Right.
Yeah, complications are fun. Taylor, I would assume probably the best thing to do is, do you want me to go around the table, have everyone introduce themselves and what they got going on, or should we do a giveaway first? What do you think is best?
Let's go ahead and do that. Have everybody tell us where we can find you, what you got going on, all that good stuff. Give everybody a little bit more time to go ahead and put in some final donations for the day. Remember, $10 will get you entered to win today's giveaway, as well as every single one and the final giveaway. Tonight's giveaway will be a PDF copy of The Witcher RPG from Artel Sorian, and the one at the very, very end, our big overall grand prize. Even if you've won a mid-break one, you're still eligible for that one, will be all of this shit. It'll be
I forgot you had
the Black Chrome, Danger Gal Dossier, Tales of the Red, all physical, as well as a PDF of the Cyberpunk Red core rulebook, as well as the LE Cyberpunk 2077 Hot Wheels set from Casey. So it's a good price to get some donations in, and we are raising money for Elevated Access. If you happen to miss that, you should go check them out. Give all of the love and support. They are a beautiful nonprofit that is raising, or that not raising money. We are raising money. They are a nonprofit that enables people to access healthcare by providing flights on private planes at no cost. They'll take them from states that have very shitty laws and rules and stupid things and get you somewhere where you get the treatments and help you need. So get those donations in. But before we do all of that, like I said, let's go around some Nate. Why don't you start us off? Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and what you got going on.
Sure. Before I do that, again, for the 4 of you, excellent job. That was a little bit of chaos. It's my first time running a game like this. But I'm proud of all of you. You did great. My name is Nate. I am a photographer. Sometimes I do writing here and there, whether it's game stuff or I used to do sketch comedy writing last year. That was a weird thing. And sometimes I design stuff. Not as good as Taylor, though. Taylor's a much better designer than I am. I'm taking notes. Trust me, take the advice, take the compliment. You're a great artist. As for myself, if you want to find me online, you can either go to Instagram or Blue Sky at IndieNate, INDIE Nate. You can also just check my photo website out, natebushman.com. In terms of upcoming stuff, God, that's a good question because I have to remember things. Next Saturday, I will be back on the charity drive. I will be playing in Kelly's game of Never Going Home. Absolutely terrified to play that. Looking forward to it. I hope I survive, ? Hopefully I don't. It's a weird thing. It's much like the Alien RPG where I don't really want to survive. I just want to experience it. Outside of that, on the 17th on Lost Caravan, I am running a one-shot of Die RPG, which we just had a session 0 for right before this game tonight. And oh boy, that's going to be interesting running that as a one-shot. Outside of that, God brain, I will be back on Lost Caravan on the 29th, playing Lancer for the first time. I'm actually excited and terrified at the same time because I hopefully play it correctly, hopefully. And then more charity stuff. On the 28th, I will be in a D&D one-shot over on the Red Hair Inn. We'll be playing, I believe, in the evening of the 28th, raising money, which should be interesting because I will be back on the East Coast. And hopefully my computer cooperates. That's me. Thanks for playing, 4 of you. You're awesome. And thanks to everyone for donating.
Yes. Let's then go over to Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. You can find me on interwebs at uptight_chiffon, uptight-chiffon, depending on where you are at. This has been an absolute delight. Thank you so much, Nate, for this phenomenal game. I am a couple of different places. You can usually find me over on Lost Caravan. I am in our YouTube series, Old Gods of Appalachia. I am in Fabula Ultima over there, which is a lot of fun. I'm just playing a little lad who is trying to save their girlfriend and also get a boyfriend, and it's a lot of fun. Really, really excited about that game. I've been missing it for a while, so I'm excited about that one. What else is on my calendar? I will be in Nate's game of Die over on Lost Caravan. I'm really excited. It's my first time playing Die, so I'm super stoked about that. I'll also be over on Lost Caravan on the 19th playing Eidolon's Door, which is going to be very cool. My first time playing that game as well. Starting in January, I am on a couple of different campaigns. There are definitely things I'm forgetting, but I have a couple of things coming up in January that I'm excited about. Once a month, I'm on Singularity Roleplay. I play in Gay Camp over there, a bunch of queer kids at summer camp. It is a horror slasher flick, so we're just getting into the spookiness of it all, which is a lot of fun. Every other-ish Wednesday here, I am on Beacon, which is our Beacon campaign, Farlight Archives of Farlight. I should know the name, and I don't, and I'm sorry. But it's Beacons a lot of fun. Farlight. Beacons of Farlight. There it is. Thank you, Taylor. But that one's a lot of fun. I'm playing a little lad in that game as well, who has broken containment. I just found out. I don't know where from. I don't know why. I don't know any details, but just found out that's a thing. So follow me on the interwebs. That's where you're going to find out where I'm going to be next. But that's me. I think that's what I got going on right now.
Heck yeah, let's then go down from there over to Amanda.
Oh, that's me. Hi, everybody. My name is Amanda. My pronouns are she, her. This has been an absolute delight. I've been wanting to play this game for a really long time. The creator of this game is local to my city. So when I ran a in-house fundraiser at a local game store, he came and ran the game. I wasn't able to play in it that time. I could only eavesdrop. So I've been desperate to play it ever since then. So I'm very, very happy, Nate. Thank you so much. This was just a lot of fun. And thanks to to Kian and Taylor and Mary for playing this game with me, because I just love playing games with you all. It's just really, really great. You can find me on the interwebs at the website we don't like under No Amanda Stop. That's STAHP. But generally speaking, you can find me under I Am a T-Rex pretty much everywhere, like Blue Sky or Mastodon or wherever. You might know me from Gauntlet stuff if you follow Gauntlet games like Brindlewood Bay or The Between. I do a fair amount of writing over there, so you may have seen or played one of my mysteries or anything like that. You can, if you follow the Gauntlet or go on their Discord, you can probably find some stuff that I have written. There's going to be a thing coming up pretty soon. I just have to finish the layout. For public access, which is by the Gauntlet, and we're going to be releasing some people and I have been writing some mini mysteries called the La Fresca Mall Directory, which is in the format of a mall directory. So that should come out pretty soon for free. So that'll be a lot of fun. Otherwise, I am in actual plays weekly for the Silt versus TTRPG, which is super fun. You should look it up. And I think our trophy, there's an ongoing trophy campaign that I am in that's recorded weekly. I think that's going to be back off of hiatus pretty soon. It's been a crazy few months, as I'm sure you all understand. So yeah, that's me. I just do stuff. Okay. Oh, one more. Sorry, I forgot. December 22nd, back here at this channel on High Shelf Collective, I'm going to be running Numbskulls. Numbskulls is always a really great time. This is going to be a reveal for everybody. The idea that I'm having for this Numbskulls game is going to be, what if the Numbskulls could do it better than Jack Skellington? So anyway, that should be a lot of fun. See you on December 22nd.
Look, I want people to sign up, but I hope people don't sign up so I can play. I said I would team Phil, and I want to play that, so no one else do it. Alrighty, let's then go over to Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me on the Hell site at Nerd on Wheels 15 or everywhere else at the Nerd on Wheels. This was so exciting to play. I was really nervous going in because I don't know anything about skating at all, but I was really excited to bring some of like the wheelchair motocross stuff into it, and it was so much fun to do. Where you can find me next tomorrow afternoon over on Lost Caravan RPG. You can find me playing in Slasher Flick. It's going to be a winter horror movie theme. I'm terrified. I think it's like in a mall, thing like that. It's going to be exciting. I'm probably going to get murdered because of how well I rolled tonight. It's going to be a blast. I'm excited. Monday, you can catch me over on Lost Caravan again for our finale of Lancer Dustgrave, where I play a little pink gremlin, wonderful little robot driver. She's wonderful. Zoe is very funny. And then Tuesday, you can catch me on 2000 Tales Roleplay, where I run Struggle Bus, a TTRPG talk show, where a bunch of people get away from their lives and stresses to have fun just for a couple hours and discuss TTRPGs. We're discussing backstory this coming week. And I think I have stuff later on, but that's like more than a week out, and my little brain can't think of those things right now. So pass it on over.
Valid. Same. Okay. Guys, remember when I finish doing this like a little like talking about myself and then also the channel, we're gonna do a giveaway. So remember. But hi, I'm Taylor at Potato or underscores before and after on. You can find me here tomorrow. You get 3 days of me, baby. You can't fucking get rid of me. For some Apocalypse keys that I'm so absolutely jazzed for. The wonderful GM Hina, who comes and just runs bangers for us multiple times a year, is back for that. Should be very, very, very fun. I will then also be over on Lost Caravan on Monday for our Dustgrave Season 1 finale. Very excited for that. We've been promised a lot of RP and revenge. So it's going to be a perfect session. There are other things I'm sure that I'm doing, but right back here, we will still have some more wonderful charity fundraising goodness. I did a dumb and I literally clicked X on the calendar instead of clicking that tab. There we go. On Tuesday, we will have Monster of the Week ran by J-Mark. From what I have heard from their session 0 goodness, it's Monster of the Week meets like Hallmark movies. It's going to be great. So everybody come hang out for that. Thursday, we will have it is very long. It's like Monty Python curricular program. They're like Monty Python goodness, though. The wonderful Simon will be coming back for that, Wandering GM. Then on Saturday, we have Never Going Home, like Nate mentioned, ran by Kelly. And then on Sunday, the 17th, will be our final charity game, which will be Old School Essentials, ran by Rich. Y'all come for the finale because Rich always be murdering a lot of people and doing some wild stuff. Christopher Walken's probably going to show up. It's going to be a good old time. So come hang out for that. And then, yeah, like we said, come back on the 21st. We got a couple of more like fun holiday things. They may not be for our charity push, but come back on the 21st where Jason, our graphical Ronin, you see him bopping around all the time, will be running a Ghostbusters game for us. I think you're hunting like the ghost of past, present, future. So that should be very interesting. And then, of course, the 22nd will be Numbskulls, as Amanda told us earlier. And I'm so excited for both of those. We also have, of course, our Beacons of Farlight that will be on this coming Thursday. We have a split party, and that is historically not good on HSC. So we'll see how that works. Both Ethan and Harp will be trying to survive this week. Then on the 27th, me, Kian, and Kit come back to see what is going on with us. I am very excited to be with my construct parents. And hopefully survive. We also then have our werewolf game run by David that'll be coming back in January and be running every other Tuesday. Also a split party, also followed the pattern last time. So I'm excited to see what this next episode will be. Owen and I will probably also be dead. But with that, don't have much. I've run out of things to say. Blair, I've run out of things to say. I'm not on the thing. You've probably already done it, and I'm just not even looking. Okay, no, I see you typing. Oh, you know what I can do? We can. Someone keep vamping for a second. Reroll that. We have that.
Yeah, we can vamp. Do you know what's really cool about Slugblaster?
I can open up
the art. We couldn't really talk about the art because this is not that kind of platform. The art is amazing. It's very bright. It feels very kind of like 90s. I think the name of the artist for the book is named Sex on a Pizza.
Yes,
that is the name.
That.
It's a funny name.
And I'm just
I think the new artist is something on a hamburger or something hamburger. It's something to do with a hamburger.
But also, to go off what you're saying, if you've never seen the cover for this game, it's literally on a pizza, and it's just multi-dimensional things happening. There's a Back to the Future DeLorean in it at one point that made me so happy. Also, if you didn't go off that, because this is a great moment to tag it too, hey, they just ran an awesome backer kit campaign that they are taking late pledges right now. So if you want an amazing copy of the game you just saw physically, you can go to their backer kit page and buy it right there. They also have the incredibleness that is the pizza box edition, which literally it folds out and you can turn your box into a 3-screen GM screen. I think that's amazing. And give them all the support. Again, shout out to Mikey Ham who wrote it, who's also from Edmonton. You're awesome. Thank you for writing a game that feels like my childhood come to life. And do we have a giveaway winner, or should I still vamp?
Okay. Oh, we do. Okay. It's very confusing. I was getting up for raid stuff. So, everybody, I think we have already had one Mycar, but we've got a new one. Mycar. We have confirmed different Mycar. There's lots of Mycars, y'all. So congratulations. We will get with you and get you your Witcher PDF as soon as this all wraps up. Okay. why I had everyone vamps was I always forget that I'm in charge of rating. So we are going to read over. Let's go
Enjoy
to
the Witcher
Interpoint
PDF.
Station. Yes, enjoy your Witcher PDF. We're going to go over to Interpoint
Hi,
Station.
everybody.
We're going to watch some Lancer. Give them all the love. They're absolutely amazing. If you're not a part of their community, you should totally join, especially if you want to play Lancer, because they do games daily and open call, and it's awesome. It's all just battles, but God, that's the most fun part. So
I love Lancer. Yes. Okay.
So let's go give them all sorts of love. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you for playing. Thank you for running. Thank you for donating. This has been an absolute blast. I have Dropkick Murphys play me off, and it feels perfect.
Yeah.
Let's do it, y'all.
Wicked
Have
awesome.
a good night. Wicked awesome, man.